Greetings.
What up, Sally Forth? It's your boy Ryan.
It's your boy Easy.
And you are listening to Turtle Soup, the internet, nay, the world's only listener-supported podcast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the TMNT all the way from the very beginning. Until I learn how to somehow not show my ass at Trivia Tuesday.
Trivia Tuesday? What's that?
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit.
Ooh.
But the next thing I need to tell you is as important as how I showed my ass at Trivia Tuesday.
I want to know.
And it's that we're live on YouTube. You know
We
what
are.
I'm saying? And you can come check me out with a new background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm working on it, guys. I know I'm a little washy right now. I'm working on it. And if you're already subscribed, make sure to hit the bell notification and make sure that you share the stream so other people can see it because we're on here, boy.
We on here.
Doing this.
That's what we do.
And another very important thing is the patrons. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
this episode is brought to you by two of our finest. You know what I'm saying? Mike Hatfield and Noah Overton been out here being patrons. I know, right?
I'm glad you picked up.
Like kind of sound effect. Yeah, so they're fantastic. You can be a fantastic patron for as little as $1 by going to patreon.com. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? See, we done making that podcast.
It's true.
And get your name read on the show. You know what I'm saying? Help us not say clang.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of saying clang.
Okay.
This is our first episode with Next Mutation episodes finally behind us. You know what I'm saying? And I think that needs its own moment. You know what I mean?
It does.
But without a Next Mutation show to cover, Eric, what are we doing today?
Well, baby bird, we've got a heaping spoonful of action figures to cover from the Next Mutation. So, yeah, there's a lot of them, and that's what we're gonna be. That's what we're gonna be. You all right?
I'm just messing with stuff.
You changed colors.
Colors?
Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot. And so we're going to try to cover as many as we can tonight. And if we can't get through them all, we'll do them next week because we've got a bunch of toys to get through now in the journey. So that's going to be fun. And this is your first toy episode with us. Buckle up because get ready. The Chuckle Bus is here. Like it's in the parking lot. It's ready to go. Engine's ready. You know, the doors open.
We're kicking off, you know, like
all the
bus driver's already on her third cigarette, you know, and it's real bad.
They got all the release forms signed and everything. Yeah, so we're good to go. But so we're doing that, and it should be fun. And I want to shout out to Jake, and I want to say that he needs another name for this because he's earned one. Like we should gloss him with a new name. He so graciously sent us some images in Discord of the boxes because. Longtime Turtle Soup fans know that oftentimes we tend to let, a little bit of the preparedness, get away from us and just assume that the virtual toy museum, Ninja Turtle Toy Museum, TMNTtoys.com has everything, and they have everything. Just the quality in which you can read it is debatable. So Jake did the Lord's work and found a bunch of images for us, and I appreciate that, Jake, so much. Saint Jake. Let's see,
Ryan
Father
Ragland
Jake.
in chat has thrown into the ring Jake the Clarifier.
Oh, Jake the Clarifier. Okay.
You know what I mean? That's pretty. That's
I like that.
Good. I don't know. Let's see.
Now, I have a question. If you were the one, so let's say, for instance, Jake. So we're proposing that Jake gets a title now for his hard work.
Yeah.
Does he have, if he chooses which title he wants, is that self-glossed? If you present it with options, of course.
No, I tell you, that might have to go to the Supreme Court. You know what I mean? That's a tough call.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
That is. I don't know.
Because he didn't choose the names, but he's choosing the one.
Right, exactly. So
it's like a half gloss.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
But
honestly, we'll probably just say whatever sticks. But
probably say whatever sticks.
But I just wanted it to be known that, Jake, we appreciate your efforts and thank you so much for looking out for us because Lord knows we need it. But and if we do need them, I know where to get them. They're right there. But thankfully, your boy Easy was already on that the acquire. And Jake, now know how hard work it is trying to find these images. It's difficult.
It's difficult.
Something you would think would be so ubiquitous and just like readily available is not. And so thankfully eBay is a very valuable resource for this. But I've been on the image hunt for a while now for some stuff we got down the pipe, which you could probably see if you look close enough behind Ryan. And then so snap.
I'm into pipes, bro.
You're into pipes.
I'm into sewer. I hate punkas.
I never looked at a man.
I never looked at a man.
So
it smells down here, guys.
It looks like it does.
That was not a Snickers bar that just flowed by here, by the way.
Jesus. It's already. But yeah, so again, thanks Jake so much, and really appreciate your efforts. And we might have 100%. To rely on them. We'll see if my efforts were up to par.
We'll see.
So we'll see.
We don't know.
But
I remember back in the day we used to have the iPad, and we used to we learned the tech, which actually it was really great. I actually passed it down to my kids.
Oh,
so
okay.
Back when we had those pixelated images, Eric and I were like zooming in, like enhance, and it just made it like impressionistic bit painting. It was like insane.
Oh yeah.
So I figured out that if you held it farther away, you could read it better.
Yeah.
So we would do that.
Right.
So the kids were talking about some tests they were taking on the computer, at school, and how like they were just busting chops on how they're like, how do they not get better images for these things you have to read or whatever, or figure out, because they're all pixelated. And I was like, dude, that's whack. I was like, y'all got to back up, bro. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's like dot matrix. Like if you back way off,
you can see it.
You can read it better. You know what I mean? Like it's not perfect. And they're like, oh my God, that's tech. I was like, hell yeah.
There you go, Dad.
So you want to hear how I showed my ass at trivia tonight?
Desperately, yes.
So it was one of those really awkward moments. So so family and I went to a local restaurant.
Okay.
And we just walked into the first ever Trivia Tuesday. Oh. We did not know it was Trivia Tuesday. We showed up literally 2 questions into a 5-round trivia game.
Okay.
And the woman was like, we'll run the first 2, back by you at the end of this round, and that way you guys can play. We're like, let's go.
Oh, fun.
So the kids named us Team Riz. You know what I'm
Team
saying?
Riz.
Which I mean, let's go.
Goes without reason. Goes without reason.
It goes without reason. So he is risen. You know what I mean? So we're back on Team Riz, and I gotta say this, y'all. Like between me, Alicia, and the kids, we're cleaning this up.
Yeah, your wife, Alicia. Yeah.
I had, bro. Yeah, Alicia, my wife, bro. When that fast food knowledge came up, your boy was all over that, dude.
On it.
First question: what restaurant chain had a mascot in the 80s called the Noid?
Oh, Domino's.
I was like, I look over and Alicia's like looking at me. I'm like, Domino's.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wow. No one got that right but me.
What were they like?
They're like, wow. Right. I hit it all up, dude. No, not
really?
to say that we didn't miss some or didn't miss some. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yeah. Who would have known that Orange Julius was the official drink of the 1964 World's Fair?
Dang.
I thought Orange Julius was like a California thing that started like a while ago. I think in the 70s. I did not think that it was that old. But either way,
especially not to be like endorsed by the World's Fair. You know?
Yeah, it was the official drink of the World's Fair. I was very, very blown out. So we get done. So we get done with the game, and we kind of mop the floor with everybody else.
Sure.
Like it was pretty rough. Now at the end, they had like a Final Jeopardy thing where it was like basically they give you the topic, which is just words that start and end with the same letter. And then you have to wager the points you've earned up. And it's like Final Jeopardy. If you get it, you get that added to it. If you lose it, then you lose what you wagered, right?
Yeah.
So we're figuring it out.
Okay.
And she announced how many points everybody else had. And we heard some people saying stuff like, oh, got to go all in. And we're like, okay, now we have to pretty much go all in to win, right?
Sure. You would think so.
So we wagered everything but 2 of our points, figuring if they lost, and we lost, we would still get it because they're going all in, right? Because we have that was the leverage we had. So we're all like min-maxing this.
Sure.
So we get it. We get the answer right. And turns out everyone else got it right too. So we won. Okay. Now I got to keep my kids calm because my kids are saying shit like we're rocking these people, bro. And I'm like, God, just like keep it down.
Yeah, you gotta be good sportsmanship.
August at one point when we're trying to min-max the points goes, they can't win. If we bet 2 points under, they can't win.
Yeah.
And we're like, legit, right? So
sure. Yeah.
We get done and they're wrapping up and we won some gift cards or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So my daughter, this is the where I show my ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter we start talking about this thing that went down next door at Moe's. This system that we took advantage of.
Okay.
And I'll explain it because I'm going to explain it as part of the story.
Okay.
So she starts saying, we cheated the system. We cheated that system. We cheated the system. And one of the waitresses walks up and she's kind of like kind of a waitress, but it's like a family business. She's obviously like the daughter of the guy who owns it. So she's kind of a manager.
Okay.
She comes up and she's kind of hard to read. In my time going there, she's kind of hard to read.
Okay.
So she rolls up and she's like, oh, what's this about cheating? But I can't read her face.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost never been able to read her face. And that's that's weird for me because I'm super empathic kind of guy. Like I can usually read anything off somebody.
Right.
I can't read her. So I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, no. Like, I mean, we didn't have our phones out at all. Like my daughter's just talking about something that happened at Moe's a while back, like right before the pandemic. And she's like, still like, okay.
Yeah.
And I go, well, I'll explain it. So over at Moe's, they had this thing. And I may have talked about it on the show before.
You did.
They were hurting for business. This is right before the pandemic. So this is going to catch everybody up. I'll do a short version of it. Right before the pandemic, Moe's was hurting for business, man. They couldn't get people in the door at night. They just couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. So we walk into this, and they set the system up. You pay your total. So for a family of 4, for us, it was like 50-something bucks.
Right.
And you put your secondary receipt in a little fishbowl, and then once an hour, they draw out the fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are picked, you get that much money in Mobucks.
Right.
So you basically get your meal refunded.
Right.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I never win raffles, infamously. And it took a while for it to work. It took a couple times. Yeah, we just kept going. They're doing this for like weeks.
That's wild.
This is like January, February of 2020. Yeah. So it's all about to come crashing down, but we don't know that. So we're hanging out. But then when we start winning, every goddamn time we go. Goodness. $50, $54, $54 in Mobucks. Every time. We got this Mobucks bank, which I think we still have a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
Then everything shuts down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And as this keeps happening, and I got to tell you, this didn't drive in more business.
Yeah, no. Okay.
It didn't drive any more business in. So as this happened for weeks, we were still one of the only 2 like groups there. Mm-hmm. So it was 50-50 shot.
Right, yeah. So you're rolling the dice.
And we won it every time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we flipped heads like 3 or 4 times in a row after that. And it was like, okay.
That's amazing.
So I remember telling my family when we leave, I'd be like, I bet you they don't keep this going because they're just funding the Guy family to just continually like just destroy Moe's. Mm-hmm. And they kept doing it. And the only thing that stopped it all was the pandemic, right? Yeah. So I tell her this story. And I was like, it was just kind of wild because we just kept getting like more like Mobucks and like we just and that's what she was referencing, like cheating the system. Like, it kind of felt like we were cheating the system just because we like Moe's and we went to Moe's and then they kind of took all, kept giving us this money and we were like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Her face doesn't change. Not at all during this. It's still very neutral.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty good in social situations. So I figured one of 2 things has happened. Either she misunderstood the story, like she didn't understand like the mechanics, or something else is going on that I don't know about. Okay. So now I'm kind of like smiling and everyone's getting ready to go and stuff. And she goes, well, I mean, we're just doing this to try to get more business in. Like, because it's kind of hard on Tuesday nights. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I was like, like, no, I see that. But like, the thing with Moe's was ridiculous.
Right.
Like, it was kind of ridiculous. And she's like, okay. all right. And I'm like, are you doing it? And this is where I really step in it here.
Oh my
And I
gosh,
didn't
you kept
see all this till
talking?
after. Yeah, we were on the way out.
Ryan.
I go. We know. I said we had a lot of fun. I was like, we had a lot of fun. We'll definitely be up. Are you doing it next week?
Right.
And what I meant by that was like, because my family had a lot of fun doing it. And I was like, that's kind of
Right,
fun.
right.
Like, it's a
Yeah,
family
of
place right
course.
near us, and
Why
like,
not?
it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we're doing it next week. And I go, cool. All right. Well, hey, see you then. I'll walk out.
Yeah.
And then Kara goes, I feel really bad about saying like how I cheated the system because she thought I was talking about her game.
Yeah.
And right when she said that, I go, oh shit.
Oh,
Then it all lined up.
you didn't.
Where I was like, it was hard because a person like her, I have to.
I'm with you.
I'm very like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to boil you over with charm, and I'm
Right,
reading
right,
you this
right.
at the same time, and there's a lot going on. And like, of course, like the kids are trying to get ready to go. They're asking us, "Oh, do you want to-go boxes?" No. Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
want to drink for the road? No. Alicia's talking to the woman that ran the trivia, and my daughter's talking to this woman's daughter who showed up randomly, and so this is all in the middle of everything.
Okay.
But as I walk
yeah.
out, I go, she thinks I was calling them suckers. She thinks that I brought this story up about how pathetic Moe's was and how they kept giving away money because they had nobody in there. It didn't change anything. And how we cheated that system. And now we're here to cheat this system because we're the best at trivia. We won handily.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to win handily over and over and over and over again and keep getting. Now, granted, they only gave us like $20 in gift cards. So, it wasn't the 50 something we spent.
Right.
But $20 is $20.
It's true.
So I start feeling really bad. So I check with Alicia. I'm like, hey, you caught a lot of that, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, you don't think I made it sound like they were suckers, do you? Because that was not my intention. It was definitely supposed to be like a no. Like, if I had to say it over again, I'd be like, no, like here it's like a game of skill. Like you have to be good. Like we could lose to somebody who knows, but I don't see it as a guaranteed win every time. But if you add it up with my kids being like, we trounced them, LOL, we're the best. And I'm like, then it started to feel bad. So the resolution was we're walking to our bike, make a pledge. And Kara gets it. Now Kara's like, oh, that was bad. Oh, I'm like, you don't need to add it either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we can. I said, guys, next week we go to Trivia Tuesday. If we win, we don't take the gift cards. We give them second place, or we do something like that.
Right.
Like we want to have fun here. We're probably gonna win a lot. Just because, and that does not mean to be cocky. It's just that kind of clientele that comes to the restaurant, just based on what I saw.
Dims the rules,
Not the brightest. Maybe, and I know a lot of weird esoteric knowledge. Alicia knows a lot of weird esoteric knowledge. So I mean, that's just strange.
Yeah.
But we decided to do that. So we're going to be gracious winners. If we win next week, we're going to.
Well, that's good.
Graciously give it away to kind of show, hey, we're just here to have fun. We're not trying to like rob the bank. I'm not calling you a moron. Like I've been here since the second day you opened, like literally, and we come like almost once a week. So like I'm not like I'm giving you my money.
How much sleep did you lose over that?
A little.
Because that would that's that.
I'm not gonna lie that it took me like until like the next morning to kind of put it behind me, but then I would still have flashes of it.
Right.
Like I'd just be like, "Oh, I'm driving to work." I just think, "Oh, I made them sound like fucking like morons." Like I basically said, "You're a moron," just like these people next door were morons, and we cleaned them out, and we're gonna come over here on your trivia night and clean you out.
Right.
And I'm like,
just like that's your grift that you're running.
It's the grift, right? But the last thing I'll say about it is like, also though, I was able to kind of put it away a little bit because I was able to tell myself, it's not my job to be as hard to read and weird as that woman is, a little bit too.
Yeah,
because like I pride myself on being a really good communicator. I think I am, and I really strive to never even be misunderstood. That's I mean, with how verbose I am, how much I talk. Like the odds of being misunderstood is pretty low because I'll just. I mean, you've been blowing my blood since erect since the day we met. I will I will circle the same subject 8 times.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Try to make sure that every angle is covered. It's like the fucking Matrix cameras with the dodge the bullets. Like I'm gonna get you a 360 on that bad boy, just so we know, exactly where I am, and I know where you are, and you understand everything I meant.
Yeah, of course.
So it kind of destroys me when I, put my foot in it. But that's how I showed my ass at trivia night. I'm 99.9% convinced that she basically thought I was some intellectual dude calling them suckers. I'm pretty sure that's how she took it. And
yep,
that'll that will not
you.
untie not untie the cord from the ceiling fan. That won't do that. Patrons do that, but that won't do that.
Right? Yeah. No. It would take a lot of patron rangers to help you get down off that ceiling fan. But out of that one, so it kind of loosely reminds me of a similar thing where I said something that I was like, I might have been misunderstood. So let me run this by you real quick. Now this involves my church job, so bear with me, but I really don't care about any of it. It's just the comedy of it in my head was what got me. So I got to get up at the crack of dawn on Sundays to go make sure the stuff could be heard and all that stuff. So 100%. Super tired. And I think the day before Shannon and I had a market or something. So we were, Shannon, my wife, and I had a market. And so I was kind of just drained. And I walk out the control room. My sister's there. I'm talking to my sister and I'm making some joke and she starts making fun of me for something that either I said or think or something along the lines where my retort was, you and I have the same genes. We are pretty much the same person. So you're making, it's kind of like me saying, I'm when my dad says I'm a mirror, essentially. That's kind of what I'm doing with my sister. Cause we came from the same gene pool or whatever. And I think I said we have the exact same genes. Well, this person that was there, they heard this, was a guest from to the church with I think there were a sibling of a member that was there. This girl brought her brother, I think, because he'd never been. Okay. It might have been Easter Sunday too. It might have been that, actually, now that I think about it. And so I didn't find any of this out until later. But he starts correcting me. He's like, well, actually, are y'all twins? Are y'all fraternal twins or whatever? And I was like, no. And so
we're gonna actually this shit.
That's what he did. And I was like, okay. Oh, and I was, but I was so just tired of I'd worked for this is 7 hours of work after this.
Tell me what you told him.
And I was
tell me you laid him out.
Nothing good. I don't have anything good. Because I had to. I'm on best behavior a little bit. So
sure.
So I'm like, yeah, sorry. Sometimes I just have to forego things for comedy. You know what I'm saying? For the jokes. And then my sister tells me afterwards that, he's not a Christian, and she brought him here because he'd never been to church, and this was his first experience. I'm like, oh, great, Krista, you're putting that on me. That he's gonna be yeah, see, I don't want to go to church because Christians are stupid. And they don't know, and then he rolls up, and then the first interaction he has is with me saying the wrong thing. And so I was kind of there was a part of me that was bro, eternity in hell for this fella. All because of you, because you got it wrong, because you got the gene thing wrong just for the jokes. And then the other part of me was whatever. If that's what it was, then you know what? He probably deserves it. That's fine. So
he probably deserves to burn in hell because he's a judgmental prick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
A joke and then run that big league you on that serious plan.
Big league,
on the, you know what I mean? He's gonna big league you, and then a man's game, bitch. And then he's gonna run well, technically,
right. So
do you know what I mean? So he may be looking for something, but he might be looking for an ass whipping if he keeps running those, ruining good jokes.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
But
he might be cruising for a bruising.
Christ
cruising for the Savior.
For a bruising.
He might maybe not Christ-like cruising. Maybe ass whip cruising. Maybe bruising cruising. I don't know.
But
that kills me with that. That kills me that will actually try to hurt my boy's joke like that.
I know.
That hurts me, man.
And I was shooting from the hip. I wasn't really thinking. I was just trying, and it was my sister.
How did he say it? Did he say it with a smile on his face, or was it actually?
It was a little bit so actually. Well, actually.
Yeah, fuck you then.
Yeah.
Dead ass. I don't know, man. That.
it was
I have no room for that. It's like you guys share a lot of genetics.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, you understand the joke. I'm not trying.
You get the joke.
I'm not trying to win a trivia night here. Okay.
You have a lot of the same genes. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
I don't even know. I don't even know if it's true. I just know that he tried to actually me, and I'm like, well, actually.
No, I mean, you need to be fraternal twins. Yes, to be genetically identical.
Right.
But you never said well. The thing is, we're genetically identical completely, all the way down the alleles.
100%.
So
yeah, exactly.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
You said we have the same genes, which is a true statement.
Yeah.
And that guy is trying to actually to big league you.
Exactly. Trying to big league me. Trying to big league
in baseball, you would hit him with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball next time he came up to bat. Right, the ribs.
Balls I had were concealed.
Order a code red on it.
Code red. What does that do to your balls?
That's what they call it when you throw at someone intentionally.
Oh, it's a baseball thing. I thought you were talking about Mountain Dew.
It's a code red. You can throw a code red at him if you want.
Yeah, that might even be funny.
That.
Get a full big gulp code red and just chuck it at somebody. Wouldn't it be awesome? Instead of the purge, we had that. Like, you can't kill people, but you can throw a big red or a code red at somebody.
A code red at them, or the other option, the other weapon you can choose is an entire tray of large fries from McDonald's.
Oh, has to be large. Yeah, it has to be large. Yeah.
Joe, I'm talking about.
Oh, 100%.
I got you on that, right? Me and Shane, we had that we had like this intrusive thought. Like this is a long time ago. Me and Shane were making some joke about like a fight starting at McDonald's.
Okay.
So we're sitting at McDonald's. There's like a bunch of people in there, and we were starting talking about like what would be the funniest way for like a Wild West bar fight to open up in this McDonald's. Like what would be the funniest like inciting incident? Because like there's always like a beer glass goes flying, and that's what starts the fight.
Right.
Or somebody falls off a bar stool and that starts the fight, or somebody shoots their gun in the air and that starts the fight. Right. There's always something that starts the fight in those movies.
Right.
So I'm like, what would be the funniest thing to start a McDonald's Wild West bar fight?
Sure.
And I don't know if it's me or Shane, probably Shane who came up with this. Mm-hmm. He said if somebody took a whole tray of large fries, I mean, it is, all the fries are like laid over like 45 degrees.
Okay.
Like, and they're all stacked on each other. So it's like probably like 20 large fries.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yes.
Like a tray full of large fries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotcha.
Someone gets hit across the face with that tray.
Yeah.
And the fries go everywhere. And and then you hear like a glass break, and then it's someone's getting thrown out the door, someone goes through the window into the trough. Like and me and him started laughing about that image of somebody with that tray of large fries, like, and that being the inciting incident. I still think of that.
It'd be so perfect because most people don't know that McDonald's down here in the South have saloon doors. They all do. Like that's just 100%. Standard. Yeah.
It worked out really well during the pandemic because you'd have to touch the door handles in your hand.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
back
No.
in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like a phantom. You just creep in.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You disappear from the real world and go into the bush of McDonald's like Homer Simpson. You're like,
it looked like this.
Just back in. Yes, just like that. Like I can just be out of this.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess I gotta
get him.
I gotta back in too. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta. Or yeah,
there we go.
Back
there
in.
We go.
Oh,
that's how you in and out McDonald's. Down here in the South.
That is how you do it.
Well,
but the large
excellent.
fries.
I'm glad that. Well, I just wanted to share that story with you too, so you know that.
No, I feel that.
And
yeah, and the only regret
things.
I would have had over the, and I guess because you're worried about his eternal soul and stuff, I necessarily wouldn't be
worried about.
But I would be kind of like, yeah.
Well,
I feel bad, but then the big league move, the big league, I would have been simmering.
So it's kind of, I had to tell myself the same thing that I tell Shannon, my wife, and like other people, that when they talk to me about like if they're worried about being misunderstood, that or coming off weird online or whatever, that I have to say that it's like you got to think about like if that person's going to go tell somebody else that story and that taints their opinion of you, then like, you know, do you really care what that person thinks? The person who was hearing the story,
100%.
You know, do you care what they think?
Yes,
because if they're so easily swayed by that, then like
if somebody rolled up, if somebody was witnessed that shit, and somebody rolled up and said, "Hey, do you know Eric? Oh, wait, who? Eric Crosby? He does the sound." Like, not really. Well, dude, he said him and his sister had like the same genes, and then this other dude goes, "Well, you'd have to be, well, actually, you'd be like fraternal twins or whatever," and he just got blown out, bro. Like he don't even know about genes, bro.
Yeah.
And if that person goes, "Screw that guy, he's a dumbass,"
Right.
then screw that guy.
Yes.
Because he appreciates the big league.
Exactly.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody likes that.
So from chat, Malik is calling for emails. I wanted to touch on this because I saw the email. Malik sent along a copy of the unshot TMNT 4 script. And was suggesting that we could potentially cover it at some point close to the year 2000 or something like that. And I think that'd be a pretty cool option.
Yeah, start that.
However, it is just a script, so we have to read the whole thing. Which is a big ass script, but that'd be kind of cool. And
that
it's
would
like
be cool.
This copy is like signed by Kevin Eastman and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. The scan of it we have. And it looks legit. Dated January 27th, 1995. So yeah, we'll look into that because that sounds like it'd be pretty fun to cover. We might like read it, do like a synopsis or something.
Yeah. That'd be legit.
John Clemens says, doing the annoying actually is only cute, A, when I do it, and B, Ryan when he's loud and wrong.
That's true. That's true. If it's understood.
John Clemens also earlier in chat said Ryan couldn't Google things.
Yeah,
when I was a response to me being a cheater at Trivia Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then it says I'm teaching proper sportsmanship. He says until a mirror universe guy family shows up and starts a rivalry at Trivia Tuesday, which that'd be awesome.
That would be.
Brian
Guy and his family.
If they're mirror, oh shit! If they're Brian Guy, spell like GUI. Like everyone misspells my name. How do you misspell Guy?
How do you?
You're overthinking it.
Yes.
Jake says he big league chewed you.
Yeah.
That's really good. Oh, he tried to yuck the yum. He did try to yuck the yum.
Yeah.
Gary Rye, John Clemens says, is the patriarch of the Mirror Guy family.
Yeah.
The crappy thing about that is at first I was like, oh, that's cool. Like Mirror family. Like, yeah, we could like probably be like friends with all them. Then I realized, well, they're the Mirror family. So like we would hate each other.
Yeah. No matter what you do, it would be the same thing or the opposite.
It'd be so annoying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is that about it for the?
That's about it. Well, guys, thanks for listening.
I appreciate everybody coming out.
And,
and be a patron or don't or whatever. And it doesn't work because I have to scoop my whole chair, but my headphones will rip off my head. I can't get my whole chair out of the background without doing that.
Yeah. It was very difficult for me to do that, which is why practical effects don't work anymore. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Well, be careful. I think you still might be tethered to the ceiling fan a little bit. Oh, he's gone.
I'm back.
Man.
Tethered to the ceiling.
Man, you're getting really good reception.
That one just hit me.
In the sewers. You're getting really good. That's for really to get some good lighting in there too.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's working out. It's working out. It just feels good to be in my room with light. And then I found out it can do my background. And I'm like, that's cool. But we're working on it. But I'm gonna wind up looking good with a good background. That way, I'm not the dude in a box from Pee Wee Playhouse.
Dude from Zombie.
Zombie.
Yeah.
I did kind of have a zombie vibe going a lot.
You did, but it's not a bad.
Especially because because you abandoned me, bro. Like at first, like both our cameras were the same. And you were like, oh yeah, I'll do the dark too. Oh yeah. And then all of a sudden, your boy. Now I've got my little toy rooms. Look at all my cool shit. You left me in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm recording out of my goddamn bedroom, and all you got behind me is like my wife's desk, her flowery bookcase, and like my bed. That's not cool to look at.
Nobody wants to see that.
No one wants to see that. I might just pull an old school Turtle Soup and just go lay in that shit and do the podcast from there. You know what I mean? Like I used to lay on that couch.
On the couch.
I used to be on old dad's couch. I used to lay there, bro. I'd be like. Man, we go to Brookville Bridge. I'd eat way too much food and then drink like 4 sweet teas. And I had the itis so bad, bro. I'd lay on that couch and just be like, "You're listening to Turtle Soup." You know what I mean? Like I'd be laying there like,
I do.
This is episode 192 or whatever the fuck. Like,
oh well. Anyway. Speaking of that, now that you bring that up, the episodes. I think where did I stop? I think I stopped at 238. Oddly enough, as I was able to get relinked. So everything, so everything from the most recent episode all the way to 238 should work now. I'm gonna, after the show and tomorrow and all that, I'm gonna keep going through and relinking everything. But yeah, I think I got somewhere in the 100s or the early 90s, somewhere in there, of the episodes uploaded to the server, to our new server. But
we're getting
capped
it there.
out, so you might have to wait to get those early episodes. It might have to be until next month if you were on the journey. You just might have to bear with us for a minute or two. But
the migration, we're actually very lucky it's going as well as it is, and that's
surprisingly.
Eric's been
me and Farmer Greg, we got it.
The Midnight Oil, him and Farmer Greg.
Yeah, but we got to get with Farmer Greg about something we're going to do in the coming weeks
do.
But we also need to get ahead and get into this these
get
Turtles
ahead.
toys. The Turtles toys.
Absolutely. 1997. The last run of the original Playmates line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the Gap, before 2003, and the new toys from Playmates, you have the general assortment. You know what I'm saying? This is the Next Mutation, all Next Mutation based toys, and 1 year only, like the show was. You know what I'm saying? 1 year only.
Yeah, 97 and 98. Yep.
Now, I know you got images in a certain order. So,
sure. Well, we can pick whatever
okay.
I'm versatile.
So it's been so long since we've done this. We have to refresh ourselves a little.
I know.
So
I'm kind of nervous.
What we used to do
have we done
was
this
we would pick our own. No, we have not done this on YouTube. I don't
think
believe
we have.
Wait. No, we did. We did last year's toys because Chris Fawcett helped us out. With alternate images because he had put that book together and stuff.
That's true.
Like we did that on YouTube. But this is only our second time, and it's been like over a year since we've
been a
done
million
anything.
Billy.
But talk about Saban turtles. So, the way we used to normally do it was I would pick a toy and you'd pick a toy, and we would just go basically, and we would choose the ones we wanted to do, and we would describe them for the audio listeners, and then we'd read those vital statistics. You know what I'm saying? And then we would get on the chuckle bus. I mean, that's kind of how that would go.
That's the way it goes.
So I don't remember ever who started first, but if you want the first pick, you can go for it.
Oh man,
it was traditional. It was traditionally respected that we left Mikey for you and Donnie for me. I never chose Mikey unless you made choices that backed me into doing Mikey.
Right.
I always
it was never under your own volition.
And you always let me do Donnie. So that's the only unwritten rule. You might get a code red if you go for Donnie off the bat. Just like
all right. Now
I might throw my Mountain Dews at you.
Might throw your big red or your code red at me.
my big code red at you. That could happen.
Now, how do you want to do it as far as like, do we want to do it like who describes the figure for the audio listeners is different than the person who reads the stuff?
So So you pick the first toy.
Okay.
I'll describe how it looks. Okay. And then you run the vital statistics.
Gagotcha.
That's how we used to do it before.
All right. So let me find the right button here. No, not that one. It's right here. All right. Let's see if this works. Here we go. All right, so let's start with Leonardo, leader of the team. You know what I'm saying? Certified.
Oh, Leonardo, certified, leader of the team. Leonardo.
Yeah. This boy.
Look at him.
Oh, geez. I was trying to zoom
So
in.
Leo's got. First of all, the first thing you're gonna realize is we got new cards on the back. You know, this bad boy, the back of that plastic prison. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Got the Ninja Turtles logo, you know what I mean?
With the yin and yang.
The yin and yang. And they kind of stopped caring about how the toy's oriented in the packaging. They're just like, what if he's in a corner, so he's above that piece of paper that's below it, so we don't block out any of the figure, but he looks like he's like either got the most chafedest ass and he's trying to walk it's real bad,
right?
Or like he's lifting his leg to squeeze one out, in a really obnoxious way. That's what he looks like on the card. The figure. So I'm going to say this off the bat, and I'd be very interested to hear your take. This feels like the look of this line, the look of Leo in this situation feels like in the Turtles, feels like a combination of influence from the Jim Lee series.
It does. It does.
And getting somehow a vision of the 2003 toy line future. Like,
yeah,
it feels like, because
I can see that.
You got to remember, these figures are supposed to be based off of these suits that frankly look a lot like the movie Turtles. Like the suits, right? Like they don't,
more or less.
This isn't based off anything. They do. And granted, they're cheaper Saban outfits, but those proportions and stuff, I mean, like they kind of look the same. Like they don't look very different.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no animation this is based on.
Yeah.
Now on the card, is that called a J card?
I think it is because of the J up at the top.
Because of the J for the hanger.
Let's see. Yeah. Can you see my mouser? No, or my mouser. Jeez.
No, I mean.
No. But yeah, up at the top.
Yeah, it's got the hang tab.
Yeah, the hang tag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's still
the
called
J card.
J card. Yeah.
Okay. It's just hard because cassettes are also called J cards, like
right.
the cassette,
because it has the
liner notes. So it's always like J. So it's like I always can't remember. But back when we did toys all the time, I was always trying to be very accurate about naming these things for Eric because I didn't want to be the paper, and get you all like actually it's called a J card. So J card interestingly has an animated turtle or a drawn turtle, and that looks like 2003. Slash Jim Lee.
Yeah, it looks
feels like they had to.
It definitely looks like a hodgepodge of all three of those things, like you said. Like influence of 2003 or the precursor. Definite Jim Lee. If Jim Lee did if he did his take on Next Mutation, and then whoever saw that and was in charge of Playmates was like, I want to go that route for 2003. Yes. That's what it feels like.
Yes, like and I love to know that the intended direction, but I think the fact that they didn't have an animated series to have to be beholden to.
Yeah,
my feeling is that Playmates was like, let's make the most badass looking toy figures,
right?
Like the most badass looking turtle figures we can. Yeah. People want to buy them, and that Jim Lee look was in even in '97.
Yeah,
the Jim Lee look was still. I mean, X-Men 94 hit shelves 3 years before, and Jim Lee was off the book, but Jim Lee in general was still in high demand.
Influence was huge. Yeah.
Huge influence. So that's what you see. And Leo looks a lot like Leo. He's got white like wrappings around, like almost like stirrups around his feet, which he does have in the show.
He does.
And wrist guard, he's got your classic belt with the L on it. But he's got this like curly Q long bandana end.
Yeah.
And in the picture on TMNT Toys of him out of his plastic prison, it sticks like straight out.
Oh, that's obnoxious. I should have found a way to show this, but I can't.
It looks kind of wild. Tucked in there, you go, oh, that's not bad. It's just draping behind him. But like the picture out of his plastic prison is like, what is going on?
That's a little wild. I love that.
I mean, it is. But yeah, that's Leo. I believe they're sticking to the same colors. Oh, wait. No, all these turtles appear to be the same shade of green. I'm just catching that.
I haven't checked. Maybe.
At least so we have to give our shout out, TMNTtoys.com, the virtual Ninja Turtles toy museum. We've always used their site, excellent resource, and huge shout out to them. They're great.
Yeah.
That's what I am currently looking on. And if you're following along in this episode, using that website could be a really cool thing, especially if you're audio and you don't have the visual stuff from YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you know what? I'm just going to draw it to a close and let you read the thing. I'm just going to say I think they're all the same shade. And we'll see. But that's Leo. He's got a big grin in mouth, and he's walking a certain way on that card.
Well, he is. He's walking a certain way. Real quick, though, too, I actually have one of these figures thanks to Master Jake. And, I got Venus right here.
Jake the Clarifier.
Jake the Clarifier with her turtle boobs, which we're going to see if if the back of the cards, the flavor text addresses the fact that turtles can have, those things. But based on this figure that Jake, the clarifier, had sent me, or sent us, I should say, it's very close to what TMNT Toys has. But I do think the lighting does change some stuff. Also, there's a technical term for it, I'm sure, and if somebody at my church shop could probably correct me. But that thing where you can look at things that are once, so the turtles are all green. Their body mostly is green. But if you look at Raphael, the green looks one way because of the red with the green, and then the purple with the green on Donnie. Yeah. It kind of, your eyes do something weird. I think that might be what's going on with some subtleties, but I don't know. At the same time, TMNT Toys site does look like they're all the same green, but some of the images,
it looks like that way to me. But we can see.
We'll see. We're gonna see. So let me see here. So yeah, we've got the back of the card, and is this Leo? Yeah. Let's see. Let's zoom in. Oh no, I might have to go to Jake's images if this doesn't get any better. But
yeah, I'm trying to look at it too.
Here we go. Okay, I think this will work. I think we can do this. So yeah, the back of the card is pretty neat. It shows you just him kicking, except this one's ripped because let it rip. But it says Leo's unique Omniflex articulation allows for authentic battle motion and dynamic mutant movements. Hiya. And I think what they mean by that, so Venus right here, her arms and legs are a soft plastic. And it's kind of neat. Oh, geez, I just ripped her apart. That's not good. Okay, fixed her.
We'll pop back together. There you go.
Yeah, I got her. So yeah, good. But they're a rubbery, soft plastic, and I was sitting here messing with this, but I didn't think that was a feature, but apparently it is. It's the Omniflex articulation, but it's not bendy. Like it doesn't stay in that stance, which is weird. So okay. Yeah, you got the dual action katana swords, which is really cool because in the show he only ever has one of them, where they split into sword like scissors, and so that's really cool. Yes, it says splits into two blades for double Dyson dudes. So you ever need double dice?
You ever need a double dice a dude?
Leo, call Leo up. He knows how to do it. We got the batter and boomerang, which don't know where that came from. Round and round. Yeah. Goes then bash. Okay. Infrared rifle includes a ninja night scope for optic viewing. And then
ninja night scope.
Yeah. So then puncture perfect pistola.
He's just got a gun, dude.
Sure, it looks like a spring it looks like a staple gun, but wait till it hooks you in. There you go. It'll bring you back. The hook always brings you back. So so here we go.
The hook does bring you back.
The hook does bring you back. This ain't no cartoon, because now the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are older, wiser, stronger, and smarter than ever before, and they're out to kick some bad butt. Shredder's toast. And now there's a new big-headed bully in town. Dragon Lord, with his rank warrior henchman, makes Shredder look like a nice guy. This fight is for real. And so is Venus, the long-lost fifth turtle. Venus was washed down the sewer some 18 years ago and was raised in a small village in China, and now she's back. So join the action with this mutant bunch of madmen muncher. I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna run that back, Ryan.
Yeah, you got to. All right, we have another tradition, and it's that you got to sell me this toy. Bro.
Yeah.
That's part of that tradition.
Well, and the alliteration, it tripped me up.
That's another part of it.
I was not ready to read Mad Men Munchers, but here we go. So join the action with this mutant bunch of Mad Men Munchers as they try to save the world, and this time it's for real. Because I guess it's...
I like that. You had me.
Yeah, okay. Mad Men Munchers, did that get you? That get you on that?
Yeah, so I believe that like this text that you just read is on the back of like every one of these cards.
Yeah,
at least the heroes.
Yeah, some of this stuff is, and then I think there's a thing at the bottom that is Splinter's.
Yeah, it's an individual thing that we'll read. Yeah,
but they're really. I want, since this is Leo and this is the first one, I kind of want to touch on some of the stuff that's back here. It shows the other four turtles, and they look massive, But it says with real feel turtle skin.
Turtle skin.
And it kind of does. Like I mean, I've never really touched a turtle's like arms before, but
No.
it definitely feels weird. But they're really pushing that real feel, that the realness of it. And then
the real feel.
Then they got Splinter right here saying the turtle's only true master, and then they got all the bad guys, which we'll talk about later, so don't look too much into this because there's some surprises in here.
Evil walks in many forms.
Yeah, here's 4 of them. That's so good. So yeah, and then on the back, I believe on almost all of these, if not all of them, you have Way of the Turtle, and it's got some different. I'm not sure if this is what language this is. It looks like it might be Japanese. Maybe Chinese.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. But it does give you pronunciation, which is cool. And I'm all about this. I think this is fantastic. Any way that you can make learning fun, especially different languages, is legit.
Yeah.
So it says Wu Guai Du Jarzu. I guess that's how it says it's pronounced. And it means take heed of this. It says, this is just another thing. It says take heed of this knowledge.
Way of the turtle, right?
Yeah. Is that what that means? Oh, that's probably what that means.
I think that's just way. Okay. I'm looking ahead at the next image, and it has the same thing.
Okay, good.
It doesn't say the same thing at the bottom, like in the Splinter says, that, but like the pronounced whatever, that's still.
But the different language is the same. Okay, so that's Way of the Turtle. Then it says, take heed of this knowledge and practice it daily, for the time may soon come for you to take charge and battle the evil from within, which means that's you. Dealing with yourself. So you got your boy Splinter here looking dapper, like definitely not from he doesn't look real in this.
He's like white, like he's never like a white rat. Like never. What's up with this?
Never. He's blown out. Like I don't know. This is
no, I don't know. He died. He dyed all his hair. He doesn't.
He got that just for rats. Dog. He got that just for rats. To get that gray in there.
Oh, just for rats. Yeah,
touch of gray. Yeah.
Touch of gray.
So but the illustration looks great, but it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting. But anyway, it says, Splinter says, before every workout, I can't do a Splinter voice. Before every workout, you must warm and stretch your muscles. That's true. And then it continues, Leo likes to slowly bend forward at the waist, reaching for his toes, while releasing all the muscles in his back, head, and arms. Once he fully relaxes. Once he fully relaxes, then he slowly raises upward, reaching his hands high above his head. In remote parts of the Far East, this exercise is called Ling Hua Shi Tung. Leo calls this exercise Smell My Pits.
I've never even looked at another man.
Never looked at another man. Especially not with for real turtle skin.
Yeah.
Smell my pits.
Smell my pits. In Japanese, they call that never looked at another man.
That's what Casey taught us. And then you got Join the Mutation Nation over here. And there's a little warning sign on it, and it's a little too hard to read, so we'll see if we can read it on the next one. But yeah. This is that's Leonardo. So who you got next?
I'm going for Donnie.
You're going for Donnie.
Take the plunge on Donnie, bro.
All right, Donatello. Let's see. Let's look at Donatello. All right, let's zoom out of here. Oh, let's zoom in. So many buttons.
Is this body sculpt the same?
It's very similar, if not the same. It's real similar. It's hard for me to tell, but they're not. Now, granted, I mean.
Which fair.
It's standard practice back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
You get that buck. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, we got to remember that in this incarnation, the turtles are not brothers. They are not related. Leo made sure that Venus knew that when they invited her to live in their toilet, just in case that there was anything going to happen there, that they are not blood related. So therefore, she wasn't. So therefore, things.
Therefore, you know what I mean? Like they don't have the same genes.
Precisely.
And no one will actually that.
But instead of genes, they have wraps, and they look to have the same wraps on their arms and legs as Leo does. And he has the same strap, but it's on the other side, which is neat. And
I like that.
I do like that. And oddly enough, his weapons are blue, which you would think Leo's would be blue, but Leo's were purple. So that's little
really weird
mix up there. But yeah, this is pretty much the same thing, and the J card all looks the same. So yeah.
Well, Donatello comes equipped rather well with a steel core reinforced battle bows. No more dodge and parry. It's clobbering time. Ice skate battle blade.
Oh,
makes those battles on ice much easier. I'm like,
what did they fight on ice
with the battle blade, bro? Like the Cowabunga Cool Extinguisher Gun puts out the fire of Dragon Lord. That would have been damn nice to have in the series. That was all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
And the mutant grappler, which looks like a fishing pole, says picks up a posse full of lizard lads.
Oh, posse of lizard lads.
That I guess it's got a gigantic hook on it. If you look at this thing,
it's
like a Zebco, but then it has like a hook that's half the size of the Zebco.
That'll bring your entire family back.
No, that'll get all them hookers.
Oh my lord!
I mean, hook all those lizard boys.
Hook all them lizard boys.
So, the way of the turtle on this one.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Says, Splinter says, practice your moves slowly, very slowly. Good advice from an old rat.
Yeah, sure.
Donatello practices his own 10 special moves as slowly as he possibly can. This takes concentration and great balance. Two essential ninja skills, more necessary than niacin and thiamine.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is they're kind of trying to make a joke about like ingredients and stuff, like a food.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
But that was a weird reference. And
that was weird.
Yeah, he does 10 special moves as slowly as he can. It feels like the turtles, from what I've just heard now about Leo and Donnie, it feels like they just are going real slow. That all they do is exercise slow.
So if you don't know, like I didn't, niacin is a B vitamin that's made and used by your body to turn food into energy.
Yeah.
And then
it's essential.
Thiamine is also a vitamin B1, or vitamin B1 is a water-soluble vitamin found naturally in some foods, added to foods, and sold as a supplement. So, yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that they're throwing some signs Donnie's way, some
Yeah, no,
vitamins.
It shows you what he needs.
Exactly.
And he's open about it.
Well, if you're open to getting things that you probably don't need but want, then you could have joined the Mutant Nation, which we have a full image right here.
Oh yeah.
So get mutated, Mutation
Nation.
You
certified.
That Ninja Turtles logo is cheesy, but I love it. Like right there, that's really neat. I'm kind of a big fan of that. So yeah, what this offers is you get a 1-year membership. Let's see, a 1-year membership is only $10.50, and you get all this rad stuff. Membership card with 5 minutes free long distance, 22.5 inch by 22.5 inch fabric banner, a ninja bandana. Is that how you spell? That's not how you spell bandana, is it? With 2 N's at the end? Or is it?
Hold on. I'm trying to get my image back of it.
Oh, okay.
See if I can make it clearer for myself.
Do I not know how to spell bandana? Have I been spelling bandana wrong this entire time?
That's correct.
With 2 N's? I mean, if voice to text taught me anything, I mean, it would at least have been that, right? Like they would have, told me that, no, that ain't right.
Both spellings are considered acceptable, but the preferred American English spelling is with 1 N.
Okay.
While the British English is 2 N's.
That makes a lot more sense. It's sense.
It's like aluminum and aluminium.
Yeah.
Basically. It's like, they're both right. I'm like, I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, but I am a fan of annual newsletters, temporary tattoos, and Ninja Turtles facts booklet, which
all tattoos are temporary.
That's true. That's true, because eventually you die and it goes away. So that's true. Thanks for that. But yeah, you get that long distance. Oh man. And,
Yeah.
so there's that. That's fun.
You can get mutated.
Yeah. So
All right, what's your next toy?
Let's go with Michelangelo. So let me pull him up.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, let me find him. Oh, I got him right here. Oh, hello,
Jake,
everybody.
I'm using your images from Discord because
good.
TMNT Toys has let me down a little bit on quality.
Thank you,
So.
Jake the Clarifier coming in.
Oh, you'd like to know, Jake the Clarifier. I'm using them, boys.
Yep.
So we're going straight for Mikey.
Yeah, sorry, I had to write Clarifier down. Yeah. So
it's important.
Yeah, look at his skin. His skin tone, like this one looks like it's a custom. Like he looks like he got like all kinds of
it
paint.
does. It does. And it's just so strange because the image from TMNT Toys is like, let me double check their image.
It could be the lighting on theirs. Like that's the thing. Or on this one too. I don't know.
I mean, be lying on that one. Let's be honest, right? I mean, you can't scan something like that. You can't scan a 3D object.
Right.
Like, well, with color, you guys know you can scan a 3D object.
You know
what I'm talking about, but you can't scan.
Yeah, don't sun us.
You know what I mean? The thing, man.
And
then the picture on TMNT Toys, his orange is almost fluorescent.
Yeah, it
is. And on that, it isn't as much. It's a little more toned down on that.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you, guys. I mean, like it is what it is.
But on the image we got here, real quick, this sticker right here gets me 6 to midnight. You know what I'm saying? That 3 for 10 KB Toys. Ooh, and it takes me back. But yeah.
KB my heart.
KB RAP.
Oh, damn. I never went to KB very often.
Yeah.
I was a Toys R Us guy.
I went to KB a lot, but that's where my anxiety started because mom would be like, well, do you want to get something from here? And Toys R Us was next across the street. Well, if I get something here, does that mean I can't get something at Toys R Us? Because, no. And, but I hated the carpet at KB Toys. It always looked like there was a mass murder of clowns that happened.
Yes.
Yeah, that it's just everywhere. And then someone decided to have a piñata party too. Like, I don't know. This is just a mess. But talk to us about this Mikey. How does this Mikey look?
This Mikey looks like the other turtles. He's got the more Leo, oriented left shoulder.
He does.
Little belt boy. His things are his accessories are also purple. It's a little odd. And then
that's strange.
If the picture we're seeing on here is correct, I love that skin tone for him, but I don't feel like it's completely correct.
It feels weird.
And he honestly looks a lot the same. Like he's got the same wraps, the same. I mean, you know what I mean? It's pretty there. He has a different grin.
Different. Yeah,
the head's different. He has different grin, so the head sculpt's different. And besides that, same J card, same everything. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's up there.
It is up there, man. So all right, so let's see what we're twerking with Michelangelo. He's still got all the unique Omniflex stuff is all the same. So let's go to his accessories. Tough as nails Tonfas, like a ninja nightstick but better. Bodacious baseball
Tonfas
bat.
Are nightsticks, and they're already better.
So there you go. Bodacious baseball bat and ball. Batter up. Groovy greaser gun.
Okay. That's a mace.
The thing. Yeah.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm going to be probably loud and wrong. A mace is fixed, right?
Yes.
A mace has a fixed head. What do you call it? The ball on the end of the chain that's on a stick.
I guarantee you, John Clemens has one of these.
John Clemens has probably already called me wrong and already corrected me.
Oh, absolutely. He already knew ahead of time that we were going to get tripped up on this.
Morning Star. Thank you, John.
There you go.
That's a Morning Star.
Yeah.
You basically just constructed a Morning Star.
There we go. So yeah, batter up either way. Morning
batter
Star
up.
Baseball bat and ball. And then we got the groovy greaser gun. Pull the trigger and make sinister sleaze slip and slide.
That's a return to that alliteration.
That alliteration.
That is what it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of gross that you can see like some of the like the grease
Yeah,
coming
I
off
don't
of the
appreciate
thing.
that.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
No.
That's a little too
That
rough.
sounds. Yeah, that is a little too.
So then we got the shred and slingshot. Ready, aim, shred. I don't know what makes it shred, but sure. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
So let's go down here. So what are we looking at?
Rag
down
out.
here. Splinter says, discipline needs to be moderated with a sense of humor. So go ahead, make it funny. Mike stretches his muscles out and then shakes them loosely to build agility. This makes him feel relaxed while building up enormous flexibility. And he's most flexible at being able to party anytime, day or night.
Splinter, are you selling your sons out on the street? That's what
like,
that one sounds like.
Take your
pick. Sounds like, yeah, and I'll tell you the best thing about this one son of mine is he's down to, he's DTF whenever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? For
but
the
see,
right price.
The problem with Splinter being your pimp, especially if you're trying to do something on the low, your boy's out there on the corner and he's like, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and then he's got to
come here, bitches. You're like, oh my god,
and he's got that burnt Cheeto as his like pimp cane. Oh my lord, that's why he looks this way. This is a glow up for Splinter. Like he's,
yeah,
for real.
That's a glow. And doesn't it look like it? I think the image is supposed to be like, oh, Splinter says. But what it looks like a little bit is like, bitch, better have my money.
That's exactly.
Look at that look. Look at that look.
Yeah.
Can you see him being like,
his eyebrow is raised?
Bitch, you talk back one more time. Like I can literally see. Like, look at the eyebrow. See?
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Something else here. Absolutely something else here. Like
he says, like, you work for me.
Yeah.
I pulled you out of the gutter.
Right.
You work for me now, woman. Is what that looks like.
That looks like
if you show up to the sewer with only a $20 bill and ask how many turtles can I get, and that's the answer.
That's the one. That's it.
Unless like, you got how many turtles can I get for this $20? One.
Unless you got the KB toy sticker that says 3 for $10, then that's different.
No, unless you,
but unless you got that coupon, you're getting one.
Jake says, you suss me one more time,
right?
That's what he looks like, though, dude.
That's what he looks like.
That looks like. Talk back again.
You know
what that looks like.
Another thing I think, because like, look, this is what Splinter is supposed to look like. Roughly, and we'll get to him. We have a figure of him, so we'll get to him. But like, I think the way the artist drew him down here was that he looked like a pimp, and they were like, "No, we need to take that out of there." And just
dude, that dude is pimpalicious right now, dude.
Oh yeah,
oh my god,
turtlefied, certified.
He says one more time,
day or night, one more time,
day or night. I'll put you back to one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a Brian McKnight.
See, that's what that means.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
He says, sass me one more time. You start back at 1. And you're like, oh, fuck, I can't have that Brian McKnight. Dude, like, Splinter's serious about that.
All right, so I guess Raphael's next then. So let's back out of this. Oh
yeah.
Well, I'm this. Sorry if I'm making everyone.
We're doing good, guys. So.
All right. So
I'll play along. So Raphael.
So we got Raphael. So Raph's got the oddly enough, it's weird that him and Michelangelo have the shoulder straps, because normally that's how you can tell them apart in the black and white stuff, because you look at their belts based on their weapons, how they would be able to hold them, and so those two would just have them inside their belt. They didn't need a back strap. So it's very strange, but I'm sure that this is probably just to save money wherever they can. I'm trying to look at their belts.
Raph infamously does not need the shoulder belt.
Right.
That's the point.
So Raphael has this weird thing on the center of his belt that I don't see Leonardo or Michelangelo having on TMNT toys. Donatello, let me go back to Donatello real quick.
What about the buckle in the middle?
Yeah, the buckle. So Donnie doesn't have it either. So that's not exactly the same belt. So you see Donnie's belt right here? Yeah. And then
okay.
Yeah, and then Leo's belt. Leo's belt is different, but then again, him and Mikey had the same stuff. So
so maybe they just did a reverse of like 2 different molds then.
Maybe, but I don't know. This
No, but like Mikey's belt's different.
Mikey's belt's different. That's so weird.
And how about coloring in the metal on that one?
Yeah.
Like, that's an extra step that
it is.
Playmates usually didn't take, frankly.
No. But I guess since they're not giving them weird feet, like asymmetrical feet,
oh
like
they got
money
more
in the budget.
They can tell that kid paint that metal now.
Right? Yeah. Get the silver.
Or you get the stick. Paint the silver. You get the stick. Sass me one more time.
One more time. But yeah, so Raphael's belt got a lot more silver in it, and a lot. I don't know. So that's neat. I thought they were all the same.
It's almost like a belt buckle for like a car, doesn't it?
It does. It does look like a seat belt. Like
seat belt. I kind of like that. That's
I do
neat.
too. I think Splinter could or Donnie, one of the two, could totally have fashioned that. And you find seatbelts in the sewer, I'm sure. Is there any where you're at? 100%. Are there any seatbelts around where you're at, or no?
Oh, shall me check. Yeah, actually, that's just a baby seat carrier.
Because once they go out of I think they get recalled all the time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you let Penguin from Batman Returns just do whatever he wanted.
Oh,
there'd just be like baby. There'd be like random like baby carriages and stuff, like looking all like, is that kid dead?
Right.
That's basically that's what it's like down here.
Is that kid dead? Well, Raphael does not look dead. He just looks like the rest of his brothers, and they I think that it's still hard to tell. It looks like some of their looks like all their legs are about the same, except I don't even know. It's hard to tell with these things, but nevertheless, the straps and the pads are all there, and the curly bandana, which I like the long bandana, but it does look kind of strange.
It works a lot better in 2003 toys.
It does.
Works a lot better. They figured that out. This is once again, and I'm just gonna say that's that nod to Jim Lee.
Yeah.
The long bandana that like actually makes no practical sense,
right?
But like it's cool, so it's in a comic book. Like, and I think it worked better in 2003 because it was animated and they had figured it out. But here, it's just like it's just a little too much,
right? So,
yeah, it's your boy. So your boy comes piece packed. Now your boy's got some weapons that I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is very fun because this is a version of Raph that does not have 2 individual size. They're like, we are not going to cut those for you. We're going to make bolt in one piece, and it's called the double blade snapping size. The first one stings them. The second one puts an end to the sting.
Okay. Jeez. This is the thing that I'm concerned about.
That's you. You kill him.
You kill him. You're done.
Now, this thing right here looks like something that you either unclog a drain with, or unclog a human with in a bad way. And it is called the rabble-rousing rake. Sweeps the enemy off its feet and has sharp teeth to boot. That
to boot.
You will give you the tetanus.
Yep. Well, just looking at it, you run the risk.
So this should have been one of Mikey's weapons. This is called the Citrus Vice Shooter. Presses acidic fruits and juices bad boys.
Juices bad boys. Woo.
This, for our audio listeners, looks like a caulking gun.
Yes.
But if it held like a lemon, and then a plunger squeezed the lemon to shoot its juice all over people.
Right. On bad boys.
Now, this is the same guy that has a double-ended sai that the first end hurts you, the second end kills you.
Yep.
He's got something that looks like a medieval torture device called the rabble-rousing rake. And let me tell you something. If you are attacked with something called a rake,
yes, yeah,
I don't want any part of that shit.
No,
that's a bad way to go.
No.
I don't even care. I don't need to see what it looks like. If you said, get him with a rake, I'm like, I'm out. I'm freaking out.
Right.
But then he's going to get you with the acidic Miley Cyrus. He's going to get you a lemon lime combo on this bad boy and squirt you with that, which is kind of ridiculous. And then a weapon that Raph never used.
Never.
The bodacious bow and arrow. I guess he got it from old dad. Like old dad was like, Splinter was like, I was packed along with that stupid thing forever, even though I never use it. Now you get it. And he's like, I guess. And it is rafts ready for some enemy target practice. That's the description.
That's the description.
And I'm like,
okay, great.
Sure, man. Like one end appears to be sharp, the other end appears to be a sucker dart.
It does, which versatility.
Which one's for practice?
Do you have the when y'all do the archery stuff? Do you have the sucker darts at the end of those, or no? Or is that optional?
You're only a sucker if you're in front of one when it hits you.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
That
sounds like something the way the turtle would say. That sounds like something Splinter would say.
Splinter's got that finger cocked up, and your boy's like, "Let me tell you about what. Let me tell you about the sucker." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no. Splinter says, "Concentration and focus of thought yields power." Such a wise rat. Raphael likes to sit quietly and close his eyes for 15 minutes. This helps him relax and mentally work out any problems he may be having. Like the time Mikey glued his shell to the chair because he didn't have a choice except sit tight.
Oh, my Lord. There you go. Okay.
The statement, Raphael likes to sit quietly and close his eyes for 15 minutes, is the most untrue turtle statement I think I've ever read.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's not our turtles. That's definitely not
John
our
Clemens says Raph likes to meditate. Quote, somebody writing who has no idea who Raph is.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the leader of the team.
Unless the joke was intended that, like, he likes to do it, like, he did it this time because Mikey glued him to the chair. And that's, like, why he had to do it.
Right.
But it's not written well enough.
It's not.
Like, direction's unclear.
Yes.
But that's your boy. He likes to sit. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever sat.
No.
Never once. Never once looked at a chair.
Never. Got him. All
right. So we're dipping into different people. Do you want to stay with good guys and kind of hit?
Okay. So do you want to
Splinter, or do you want to go to the dark side and I'll come back for you?
So we still have Splinter and Venus. What do you think?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Let's do.
We forgot this whole show's about having a fifth turtle. Who you want to do?
I know. Let's do Venus. Let's do.
All right.
So let me find her.
I'm your Venus.
I should have Venus in here. I just gotta find her. And there she is. Got her. Okay. So there you go, Ryan. Venus.
First of all, the hottest colored accessories in the whole set.
Oh yeah.
That like teal color, that works, dude.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
They went for a kind of decidedly kind of purplish, like Easter purple look to her stuff. And I gotta say, at least in the TMNT Toys picture, it does like kind of not, it looks a little more blue in that photo.
Yeah.
But it's very soft, like bluish violet colored.
Mm-hmm. It is. And in real life too. It is.
Yeah. So, there she is.
Yeah.
So did you get that real feel? You give it that real feel?
You know it.
Oh, there you go. Don't touch a certain place.
No,
that's not supposed to be real. That's just called. That's okay. You can't do that.
No.
A couple of distinct things about Venus, which is honestly, I mean, kind of more bang for your buck, is a completely different buck sculpt. You know what I'm saying? Bang for that buck, baby. Because she has a different buck. She has different legs. They are completely different than the other guys. Arms are slimmer. She has just a belt with kind of a knotted, kind of a knot off to her right side with V in the center of the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Wraps, but they're colored with her color, which is kind of cool. All of her wraps are colored in her blue violet kind of color. And the biggest thing is, prodigious chest is what I'll say. There's a side profile in real life.
Yep. Real feel. Decidedly
larger than her proportions in the show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because in the show, it's like barely noticeable.
Right.
It's there, but it's not like wild.
Right. Yeah.
That's pretty out there. That's like
she also has the yin yang on her left leg and her right arm, and the other turtles I do not believe.
I think that
anywhere.
is canon. I think she has those yin yangs on her because of Shinobi. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So
I do like the asymmetric arm. The left arm only has a wristband, and the right arm has a wristband and a above a bicep band where the thing is. I like that. Also, really like the braided, the long braided bandana end they did with her, which seems like it's not as goofy.
Right.
So in hand, it just lays down, right? It doesn't get all dumb.
Yes.
See, that's cool.
Falls back.
That looks really good.
It does.
Is it posable, or is it kind of is what it is?
It is what it is.
Okay.
What it is.
Like I'm sure you could bend it a bunch and make it do something.
Turn.
But
it's flexible, but you're not it doesn't stay.
Okay, I got it. That kind of plastic. It wants to go back home.
Precisely.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
I love that. That I think is the best bandana look by far. She does have that braided band in the show. And I think it's really cool that they brought it here. Even though I think as a female turtle figure, it's cool.
I think so too. I like it.
We haven't seen this in that style. In the Jim Lee kind of ever before, but I mean, we haven't seen this version of a Jim Lee look, and they definitely stick with that. But I like it.
I do too, and I love her eyes. Her face sculpt is fantastic. Just looks. The faces on all these turtles are pretty decent, but hers, it's that simple, just slight difference.
It's a little bit of a grin, but it's a little bit of a you gonna fuck with me kind of grin.
Right.
There's a little bit of menace there.
Oh yeah.
And the white eyes in the bandana, it just looks
like she's already really thought about how she's gonna kill you. But
yes.
But yeah.
And I gotta say, I love and in the show she did have a different build than the other turtle. She was slimmer. The way they executed it here, this is the best turtle in the line. Like this is really cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, really gives me 2003 vibes. More than any of the other guys. This feels, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that face sculpt.
Could be.
I don't know what it is, but I'm a big fan.
It could be the pupilless eyes too. That could be doing it.
Yes, that could be another one. Yeah. Love her though.
No, I'm not trying to be crass, but I'm just curious what this thing is. So we're about to find out.
You're gonna tell us. Oh, go back over to her midsection.
Okay.
And that zoom in. Interesting. How her shell is split around, it does like a thing.
Flanks.
It's just interesting how they designed her shell different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. No, she looks great. I'm
it's actually really cool and really good work on the flowing because you get a little value on that little tied up thing. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing or just a bunch of extra cloth on her waist.
Yeah.
But really cool sculpt on that flow, down her leg. That looks really good. Honestly, I'm really impressed by this figure. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm really impressed by it.
Yeah, I just wish that it would have been I wish they would have used a capital V instead of a lowercase v on the belt buckle. It just makes a world of difference. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it just
and for the uninitiated, you may not be able to know the difference between a lowercase v and an uppercase v, but do better.
It's tricky, but
you probably wouldn't do very well on Trivia Tuesday.
That's true. You definitely wouldn't. You definitely wouldn't.
Well, actually, you know what I'm saying about that.
Well, actually,
got him, boys.
Got him. Well, let's
hear it. Let's hear what she's packing because it's a pretty good setup.
It's a pretty good setup.
I said, the best colored accessories by far.
By far, we've got the full swing fan shield, blocks blows like nobody's business. And then we got Thrasher throwing blade and dagger. Venus throws them, the blade thrash them. Simple. Okay.
Venus throws them, the blade. Probably the blades thrash them.
I don't know.
The blade.
It's not that simple. Despite it saying it right there.
I want to add that. I want to add that to the creep song list.
Okay, do it.
Blade thrash them.
The blade thrash them. So then we got the bodacious broadsword. Venus wouldn't have it any other way. Huh?
Your girl coming out of here with He-Man's goddamn broadsword on a stick.
yeah. Just okay. Found it in the sewer.
The most seriously, like every other weapon so far has been like very like shinobi, except that goddamn thing.
Except this. Why?
Like
Why
Robert the Bruce ass, like sword on a stick, like
right.
Yeah,
that's obnoxious. And then we get
oh, this is what they call this. Okay,
battle and blowgun. Perhaps a little primitive, but Venus has mastered its use. For our audio listeners, you can only use if you had to use your imagination. I mean, it's just very long and round.
Why did they have to say that?
Yeah. And,
that was intentional.
It was totally
Splinter,
intentional. It has to be.
Can we get a shot of Splinter? Splinter, come here, Splinter. Splinter, come here.
Oh, there
Splinter.
he is.
Splinter, nope, don't you put that finger up to me, Splinter. Listen to me. Listen to me. That's like your adopted daughter, dude. You can't, like, you know what I'm trying to say? I'll put my finger up for a minute. You can't say that about your daughter and the tube thing.
Yeah,
okay?
No, you can't.
That's a little too much.
That's too far. It's too far, Splint.
That's just too far.
Yeah. Can we call him Splint? Because what's his name did? His friend did on the show. I called him Splint.
Oh yeah. What's his name? His name wasn't Rodney. It was.
It's on the notes.
I know. I'm trying to be that.
Or it should be. No, I don't have it in the notes. Oh, that's weird.
No, we have his name. I know his name.
Yeah, Chad.
I know it's. I don't think it's Rodney, the blind fella that your boys all
plays chess
all over.
Yeah,
friends. Yeah. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, he needs the fixins. Either way.
He does need the fixins.
So, here we go. We got some. Splinter says, "Mind and spirit are as important as muscle and skill." Wow, I'm really good at this. Okay. Then he continues, Venus dedicates much of her daily training ritual to building her mental agility and throwing accuracy. She accomplishes this by positioning her blowgun toward... No, sorry, I messed that up. Accomplishes this by positioning her target 20 feet away. Once she achieves 10 bullseyes in a row with her Thrasher throwing blades, she moves the target further away. The skills she develops through this exercise helps her to defeat the mightiest of opponents. Okay.
One thing we say in archery is aim small, miss small.
Oh, dang.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't, but sure.
Oh, the idea is if you're aiming at a pinpoint on a target, you're trying to aim at that. If you miss, you'll miss less.
Okay.
It's more of a mental exercise, but the idea is you're aiming to be precise down to like the pin on the target, like the dead center.
Yeah.
Because if you go dead center, you'll miss just a little bit. If you're going, I got to put it somewhere in the center, you miss big. And this is like totally true. Like it's totally works out. So I think that's what your girl's doing. Okay. You know what I mean? She's saying aim small, miss small.
That's par for the course.
What you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
yeah. All right. All right. Well, it's time. It's time to have a reckoning with old Pimp Daddy himself, Splinter. Yep. I'm gonna have to say some things to Splinter, and I might get slapped for it. But we're going.
And he's got those
there.
hands to do it.
He does, dude. Look at those big ass
gracious.
hands, dude. Why is his arm so long? What's going on?
His fingers are so long. He's got Casey Jones fingers.
Oh my god! What are those? All right, tell us all about him, bro.
All right, so your boy Splinter, he's decked out. He's got his little robe. It looks like it has a separate vest. Like it looks like he's got a red robe with like some blue outlining, and then he's got a vest that matches the whole thing. That I don't know. It's a little weird, but his arms are like from the window to the wall. Like they are just like.
I think my new name for this figure is Splinter Man.
That's so good.
Because his arms, what are those? Like that's like some Slender Man looking shit. Dude. That's Splendor Man.
Splendor Man.
Splendor Man.
Yeah. He looks like he's got one too much of a good thing, but the cool thing is that his stuff I should clarify, his robe or whatever this is has some indentations on it, so some like texture to it, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, he's got some fur on his like limbs that you can see, and he's got a tail, which is cool. That's all the important stuff is there. And yeah, his arms.
And I got him out of box on TMNT Toys. And I was thinking maybe like in that picture, like head on, like his arms laid all the way down, like on his right arm, it looks goofy just because like just the angle, you know what I mean? But actually, you get him out of the box, and he doesn't look.
Yeah.
If you bend his arms, they look a little more okay.
Okay.
But like the arms are ridiculously long on this figure. Like they look as bad out of box as in box, honestly.
They're posed like he's trying to like old dad rap. Like he's like, my name is Splinter and I'm here to say that's
my
that's
name
what he
is
looks
Splinter
like.
Man and I'm here to say no, it does look like that.
Yeah.
I live in the sewers like every day.
Like every day.
That's what he looks like.
It is.
One cool detail on the back is that he does have like a robe, like a hood that's down and is also sculpted, which is kind of cool. But yeah.
You said it's on the back?
On the back of the figure,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Back of the figure. I'm sorry. I thought you meant on the
Go
back
on
of the
TMNT
card.
Toys, you get that front and back. You get that view from the bike. And yeah, he's got a little hood, and stuff. And they painted a lot of him, which is cool.
That is cool.
I don't like him in gray.
No.
As a color choice.
Yeah.
And nothing in Next Mutation would tell you he's gray.
Yeah, no.
Like
no.
Because he's brown, like he always is.
Right, but this does look a little bit more like the thing we're about to see on the back of the box. Like,
No, you're right. You're right. So I guess they envisioned him as gray.
Right.
I don't hate a gray Splinter. I'm not saying that you couldn't make a Splinter that's like more like a gray mouse, because this is more of a color you'd see on a rat or a mouse a lot of times.
Right.
Like especially down here, like a lot of our rats like are grayish. They're not like chestnut brown like they are up north. Like they look more gray like this. I'd be
let me
cool
see.
with that.
Yeah, I see some over here. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm
You see what I'm talking about? Like, different breeds of rat. You know what I'm saying?
I think all the ones I've got here at the house, they're all that kind of color. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, a little true to life, a little Southern rat. Like I get it. You know what I mean? That would be his rap name though. Southern rat.
Yep.
So, but we're gonna get into what this dude's packing. Okay, you ready for this?
I am.
Your boy. The first thing that comes out of here is that old burnt Cheeto.
Oh yeah.
Here it's called the rat cane. Balances from within, but this stick helps too.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's like a Rodney Dangerfield joke. I just think that's funny to me.
It is.
Like soaring stars. So he's got a star you can throw at you. It looks like the chaos symbol from 40K. Like all it needs is it's a 4-pointed star. Literally, if you added 4 more points and it was an 8-pointed star, that would be the logo for 40K. It's kind of crazy.
This looks like something you'd find in the cereal you give to bad kids that you want them to get hurt when they're eating the special the special marshmallow.
That looks like that thing.
It's like, here.
My Lucky Charms. Bad kids.
Yeah, you give your kid this, and it's like, oh no.
You know what that looks like to me, especially with the greenish kind of color, is that sounds like it's summer. For some goddamn reason, you're out with your dad in the yard. You know what I mean? He's just out there. You're with him. You're like, oh, I'm hanging around. I don't want to do no work though, but I'm gonna hang around my dad while he's doing something. And you're just annoying your dad, and for some reason, like the hose is leaking, and he goes into his garage. Comes out with a tray of these, gives you one, and says, replace that thing on the hose. And walks away, and you look at that, and you go, what the? You're like 10. You're like, the fuck is that for?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you got to ask old dad how to do it, because that's what that thing looks like. And you're like, I don't know if I put this in my mouth and like spit it at the thing, or if I like unscrew something. But like,
do I lick it?
You got to ask your dad, but your dad's back at the lawnmower trying to get it to start. And you're like, I'm going to have to ask my dad because he thinks I can do it.
Right.
Like I can't do it. I can't do it. And then you might like drop it in the grass and like wander away and be like, I lost it in the grass, Dad, because it's also green.
Right.
That's what I did.
This sounds like a real story. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
no, that just hit me right in the house, right in the real zone, right in the Soren star, if you will.
Oh.
If one hits an elite guard, he will see stars.
Jeez.
If your dad tells you put this on the hose, drop it in the grass and just kind of wander away and forget about it. And then he asks you if you did it, you say, "What are you talking about?" And then he says, "Boy, you don't know how to put a hose thing on or a hose gasket." And I'm like, "You never taught me that."
Never. Did not know.
And you're like, "Dad, I hate you. I wish Kurt Cobain was my dad." And he's like, "No, what are you talking about, son? You piece of shit." And you're like, "You know what? I'm gonna go play guitar really loud with the guitar and amp you bought me, and also in the garage you let me live in, and everything you got me for Christmas, and the AC you put in there. I'm gonna crank it up and be an asshole."
Man, sounds like you got.
All right, here we go. Yeah, the Mega Mutant Mace is the next weapon. That looks like a poke and stick.
It does.
Clobbering time from the little rat.
Okay. All right.
I failed to see how that's a mace.
Yeah, I don't either. That's
and how it
strange.
looks like a stiletto stab you stick. That looks like what Splinter pulls. That's in Splinter's cane.
Yes, that's what I was.
And he pulls that bitch out when you haven't paid his ladies twice now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's like, and then he says, "I gave you one chance, but now you get one blade to the ribs." And he's
just
pulls that out.
There you go.
The last thing is the lizard slash and spear takes care of lizards and other ninja nuisances.
All right.
I understand what the sharp tip does. That stabs people.
Yeah.
I don't know what the wishbone at the end does, unless after you kill someone, you make a wish.
That's it. I think that's standard practice.
Fair.
Yeah.
You're like, will his soul go to nirvana?
Right.
Or go to hell? Snap. Oh, guess go to hell. And then you just go about your business. Splinter says, "We can only choose to be moral when we are free." Fuck, Splinter.
Goodness. All right.
Splinter, that in the year of our Lord 2024, that hits me harder than it should.
It does.
There's a little flavor of like, there's no ethical consumerism in capitalism.
Yeah.
A little bit when you start thinking about like, whoa, that's some deep shit. And then your boy says you can only choose to be moral when you're free. You're like, wait a minute, bro. So you're telling me like if I ain't free,
you're not moral.
Like, I can't be moral? No, it's not that you're not moral.
Right.
It's that you can't choose to be moral.
Right.
Unless you're free. That's some deep shit, Splinter, dude.
It is. Dang.
Splinter, now this is Splinter's own technique. So
yeah, so he's
first of all, Splinter saved his most mind-numbing words for his own card, which fair. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
Everything else he said was like, "I made a funny," or "Pay me on time or I take your knees." This one is his own though. This one's his own, and he's like said that. Then this is Splinter's own techniques. Here we go. Splinter uses his mastery of the martial arts to seek further enlightenment by only engaging in battle against those who would do harm. Splinter takes his art and turns it into a code of honor.
Huh. Okay. Not really much
that's the kind of thing that like Splinter tells you when you're in an like an awkward situation, like you said you had the money, and then like you like kind of like, yeah, all right. Full disclosure: when you went there, you had the money. You had $100. You know what I mean? So he set you up with one of his brothers or one of his sons or whatever, and then you go in there, and then. But the problem is, there's a little bit of misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Like, what's $20? What's $40? Is the reach around? That was an additional $15. And then what happens is you wind up spending $130 before it's all said and done. And that when they rings you out at the register, at the end
when they give you the receipt,
when he rings you out, that bitch says, "You owe me $130," and you're like, "Fuck, can I see a manager?" And he's like, "I am the manager." You know what I'm saying? When you're really like, I might not make it out of this sewer alive. This is the gangster shit he tells you. That at the time, it sounds like the most badass thing you've ever heard. You're like, "Oh my God, this guy's killing me. Oh my God, he's like so wild. oh my God, I'm so lucky to even be alive right now. But when you get like 30 feet down the sewer, you start thinking about it and you go, that makes no sense.
Right. But then you
Like,
realize that you've been stuck.
what is like turning your art into a code of honor mean? Like,
right.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
You would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of a bunch of BS, Ryan, let's do the Elite Guard.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
I
don't think you're ready for this. What is this? What is this? What is this? Like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, if you were worried about Splinter's hands,
has the skin of a dead fish. That's just a start. Okay. This is a big boy hunk. He's ripped up. You know what I'm saying? He is one of Shredder's Elite Guard.
Yeah.
What makes me upset about this figure is that if he didn't have that, what are those, like, hands?
Yeah.
He'd actually be a really cool sculpt. Like, re-sculpt those arms where they're not awful. And you're like, I don't know, man. A little repaint on him, and
it's not the worst.
Like Foot Clan Elite Guard to me.
Yeah, it's just he's got so
Here's
many
he's got
ribs.
He's got the Raiden hat.
Yeah,
he's got the Raiden hat. You know what I mean? But he's got that like purple, that Foot Clan kind of situation coming down, but then it's ripped because shit. He's got his purple pants, you know what I mean? He's got his kind of grayish blue, like leggings or boots, kind of like the wrap kind of thing with the ninja thing. Yeah. And he's got this belt coming down. And the thing I like about the Elite Guard, that I like about this sculpt is the idea that like it's so late in the game for Shredder that his Elite Guard are now so personalized that like each one of them is different.
Okay.
Like they don't just wear the uniform. Like this dude, given how bulked he is, like I actually really like the body sculpt in a very Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld muscles way.
Like 90s toy.
Like 90s every single person just standing looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like flexing his best. So every little teeny bubble muscle is like exposed. I like that sculpt because he looks like a crazy person. He looks like a dude that's like gonna kill you. Like I like that look.
Yeah.
But then we get to these goddamned arms, and it becomes something you get out of a 50-cent machine, out of a little plastic bubble, real damn fast. Especially that right arm with that thigh or whatever the hell's going on there. That should be on a WWF figure. That is crazy looking, dude.
Yeah, this is nuts.
In his right hand, he's clutching a sai that will never, ever be straight.
No, never.
Ever in your life will those blades ever be straight. They will be crooked as the day is long. They're as crooked as the fork you've bent over and over and over again to pick the bathroom door to surprise your brother while he's taking a shit and take pictures of him. That's exactly what that fork looks like.
What? This is unpacking a lot of stuff for you.
Not relatable.
No, not relatable.
We had this fork in our kitchen drawer that my mom like refused to use. No one used it.
Okay.
It had been bent so many times to just have one of the forks stick out.
Okay.
So you could get it in the lock thing of the bathroom door and jimmy the lock from the outside.
Yeah.
It had been used so many times for that purpose that it looked like that sai coming out of that guy's hand. I'll be straight up professional.
Jesus.
And you knew you were in it when you're in the middle of something and you hear that, because the kitchen drawer had this like kind of on the rollers had this like, you know, they're one of those drawer rollers that you could hear come out. It's like, right. You heard that out there, and you knew mom wasn't cooking or something,
right?
And
you knew that
it was either Shane or me or one of our friends. And the whole thing is the sound of that drawer opening was part of it.
Okay,
you knew they could hear it,
right?
And you hear, get that fork out, bend those two forks in, walk over there.
What?
And dude, like, we used to just pop the goddamn lock on that door and just kindly open the bathroom door wide open and just walk away.
That's so rude.
And the bathroom was such that the door was close enough for you to get to it.
Yeah.
But you definitely had to at least pry about half your ass off the toilet to actually shut it.
You know what?
So like,
you know what? So I recall a story about the janitor at your place of employment doing something slightly similar to you. And I think this is just karma coming back around. That's what that was. I thought you were a victim.
He's never opened the door on me, but he will run full force into the handicap stall door like he doesn't know it's closed. And the best part is he does. I'm like, dude, it's closed. It's closed. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like, pro tip. The way the door is angled, when it's unlocked, it's partially open always. Like, it won't hold itself shut unless it's
by design.
Locked. You are the janitor maintenance man. You know this about this door more than anyone.
Right.
And he runs into the door thinking it's going to open. And then the best part is he is about as tall as me.
Okay.
The door. And then this part kills Father Preston. This part, he described this one time and I died laughing because it's so true.
Okay.
The door height is exactly just above his eyes. When he hits the door. It's just so when he goes like bang, against that door, you see everything from the toilet. You see his eyebrow. His eyebrows raised like, whoa, like, wow, when he hits it. You see his fucking top eyelid.
Yeah.
Maybe his eyelashes. You just don't see his eyeball.
Right.
So it's like he's almost able to just look straight over the door at you, but he just can't.
Right.
You can see the white of his eye above the pupil, and you just can't see his eye. So you know he can't see you.
Right.
But he's 100% almost seeing
you.
And and Preston said that one, and I cried. He goes, he was in the middle of one of his rants, you know. He's like, goddamn, he runs into that goddamn door. He doesn't know that it's shut. Like how stupid is that? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and then I look up. I'm just on my phone. I'm just trying to take a shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm at work, and like you know what I mean. I don't get paid enough money, but I'm over here trying to pee. And I look up, and then all of a sudden I can just see his eyebrows. I see his eyelashes. You know what I mean? And I started dying laughing. He goes, his eyeballs are just below that thing. Just enough not to see. And he was just so mad, but I was crying, dude.
Oh,
I was laughing so goddamn hard. And then of course he started laughing. But that's something about him being like
it's basically
like it's like Tom the neighbor from Home Improvement. If the fence was, or not Tom, but
that's not Tom. Wilson.
Wilson. If the fence was like this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyways. True confessions. But yeah, that knife, that fork looked just like that thing in his hand. Never gonna be straight again. Never eat with it. We would never eat with that fork.
The other thing is
the bathroom fork.
His left hand looks like he's trying to do that thing where the guys will do like, oh, look at this, and it's like where you make the circle with your index finger and your thumb. And I don't know what that's called, but that thing, and that's what it looks like.
Look at this.
That's what he's doing.
Hey, look at this.
Like that right there.
No, it is. No, it's below his waist, so you feel like. But you feel like he's like so terribly deformed that's like the closest he gets to that. Like, his fingers and thumb won't make a circle.
Yeah.
So, but he's so like monstrously big and kind of deformed that like when he goes, got him, you're gay. Like say like you're tempted to say that's not even your hand can't even do it right.
Yeah, no.
Like
no.
So you didn't get me. But you don't. Me. You go, yeah, guess I'm the gay one. Okay, you like walk away. Oh, look at this.
So, yeah.
Hey,
that's the elite guard for you.
That's the elite guard.
Yeah. So
could have been great without the arms. Could have been a great figure without the arms.
Yeah. Actually, where's the elite guard?
Without
there he is. Okay. So, yeah. So he has the Omniflex articulation as well. Splinter did not, apparently, from what I could gather.
Good point.
Yeah. And let's see here. So we've got some weapons. And well, at least this one looks very similar to what Raphael had. So let's zoom in here. Enhance. All right. So we got the side prong for jabbing and stabbing the turtles. And unlocking bathroom doors.
Yeah. I need to do a double check really fast and make sure that's not just Raph's
I don't think it is. I think it's two separate ones, right?
Hey, this is tricky.
Let me see. I'm looking too.
Interesting. We got different back of the. Oh, so I gotta make a thing. So Raphael's size do split in half.
Do they
in the box? But they're shown together in the back art.
They are,
and that is a different sculpt.
Okay, because I was gonna say his looks like they're separated too on the front, but here they're obviously together. For stab.
Yeah, it's
stabbing.
just a little. It's just a little odd. Like, I'm trying to find Raph's now to double check them on your images.
Let's see.
Your boy Jake the clarifier.
Here,
it is different sculpt.
Yeah, they are different. Yeah, Raph's are like very similar on both ends.
Yeah, and these are like asymmetric.
Guards. Right, and let me
which I like.
Raph. Oh yeah, I do too. Oh, there's the sucker on the bow and arrow. Check that out. That's neat for Raphael. But yeah, as you can see here, there's both size right there, separate. Oop, I just double clicked. I don't know what that did. Anyway, let's get back to the elite.
Shorter.
Let's get back to the elite guard real quick. So where did he go? I think this is him. Nope, that's not him. This is him, right here. So, oh, that's Raphael because I got crossed up by the size. Damn it. Here we go. We're a professional podcast, everybody.
Blinded by the size.
So, yeah, we had the side prong. Now we have the battle-ready axe. It's chopping before there's charging. Okay.
Oh, right. Because that's a long axe. Now, I will refer you back to the fucking box art. That axe is huge, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a fan.
Yeah, let's go back
over axe, here. If you look at in the card, dude, that thing is real life. Look at how big the beard on that thing is. That's wild. That's a cool ass accessory.
That is. These look brutal, but I guess you have to look like this to actually be able to wield them.
No, it's true. I wish his hand wasn't so dumb. I wish his hands weren't dumb.
I do too.
John in the chat says like this is very Mirage, and I agree. It's like
oh yeah.
About the. Yeah. No, if that was like
New York stuff,
Return to New York, and maybe it looks almost like one of his Shredder's guards if they got brought back to life by those maggot boys or whatever. But like, I still like it.
Oh yeah.
If it was that.
Then we got the swift, sinister swords. 2 of them make them double fast and twice as sharp. And then you got the Chaos Club. Mutants go mad when they get their green heads bopped. So there's that. Now, we have the turtle. Splinter says, obsession is dedication out of control.
Obsession is... There's some like love is friendship set on fire shit.
Yeah, that's something that like one of those MCU quotes that like someone's gonna say before they die, and then it's like, oh, and then you're stuck.
Oh, fair. And you're like, oh damn, dude.
Oh,
for real?
So
that's what you tell that guy. Oh no, damn, dude, for real.
In order to execute,
like, hey, look at this.
In order to execute his weapon skills with expert precision, Don takes 10 minutes out of his workout to visualize himself doing the moves first. So I don't know if he means Donatello or if this elite guard's name is Don. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just...
Well, with hands that big, you would have to, like, pre-think out your movements, wouldn't you?
You would. Imagine him just being like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Don. And then you got to shake... If that was his right hand and you had to shake that hand... Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God.
What if this was the hand double from that Everlong video where Dave Grohl's hands get really big?
Oh,
like
that's what it is. That was his job. Yeah, and those were both like 97, dude. Like your boy was out getting working. Yeah, he's like, and I wonder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not his hand. That's Don's hand. This is Don, everybody. Don the elite guard.
That's Don.
Yeah. So that's good to know. We got to the bottom of that.
Okay, so what I want to say about this arm that kills me
is
they were good on the shoulder and bicep piece. It seems like one guy was like, yeah, no, that's good. Hell yeah. And this other guy's like, yeah, I'll handle the elbow down to the hand. Like you
Yeah.
just go home and get some sleep. You know, the
Yeah,
guy's
sure.
like, oh, cool, thanks. You know, I never get sleep.
Mm.
He comes back and he's like, what are those? But like the toy's already made.
What if like that's
Like
what
it's
it was?
already done.
That he was trying to get him, but he tried to get him to do the circle hand thing, and it just didn't stick, and it just like I got so close.
Yes!
Like that's what I was trying to get you. And then,
Oh yeah, the guy was trying to get him, and the guy's like, hey,
yeah,
look at this. And he goes, and he's like, oh,
so close.
No, I like love the buck. I love the buck, the head. And even the shoulders and bicep. I don't know why the appendages down there had to be so bad.
It's so bad.
Who wants that super deformed shit?
I mean, it was big in the 90s, but I didn't like it.
She says.
So all right, we got 3 more left on this one. So
it feels like the general assortment is going to take our whole goddamn episode, boys. We are laying out right now.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can get through these 3 and then maybe one thing else. But I don't know if we got time.
Okay.
We're gonna try.
Right.
We're gonna try.
So sticking with you know what? Because you took a boy. You know what I'm saying? You took a rank and file.
Yeah.
I'll grab a rank warrior.
Oh, okay. All right.
We can each have one of the big bats. Okay.
That sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Now this
rank warrior.
This looks awesome. Like as far as like this style of action figure, like the scale, like the 5-inch scale or whatever it is, like late 90s.
My scale.
It's not my scale, but as far as what's here, looks really good. Very good. You have they're in their purple attire. They've got the bandoliers. They've got their mask is up over their nose, and you can see the red eyes and their green skin. Oh my goodness. Like this just looks so good.
It's really well done. Like the paint app is really cool.
Yes. And the recesses in the sculpt with the paint and everything is great. But my favorite thing is that the subtle hints of green. So like they have a brace on their right arm that I guess just shows a little bit of their skin, which is kind of cool, but kind of seems unnecessary unless you remember that their skin does burn the turtles. So if you could do that, like, I got you with the forearm, and it's like burn your face. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go to TMNTtoys.com real quick and see.
The picture here is not as gratifying just because it's darker. It's way too dark.
It is way too dark. I was hoping
you don't
to
see that brilliant green that you see in that photo there.
I was hoping to
I take that photo over this photo.
I was hoping to see what was on the his left arm, because we can see it here that there's some sort of gauntlet or some sort of thing.
Yeah,
but
it's got metallic gold on it, which is cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's a dragon style head or something,
like gauntlet thing, and it's like that's the mouth, and like the back is the back of the head or something. Like it's like cool looking.
It's very cool looking, and it
looks neat.
Yeah, I am like if Hasbro got the license to this and made this, I would buy at least 3 of them. Like they look.
Oh no, he's a builder for sure.
Yes. They look so cool.
He's an army builder. He looks so cool.
Kind of redeems the rank in the show for me a little bit, just ever so slightly with him looking like this.
What's cool is it looks like the rank from the show.
It does,
and it's really good.
Like I love it.
It is what we got there, boys. You know what I mean? Like, also, can I give a shout out as well as to the boldness to make them human sized?
That's good.
Check him out on cards. So you can zoom out just a little bit just to see the whole card.
Sure.
Because compared to the other turtles and stuff, he's human sized, dude.
Yeah.
I love the scaling on him and the proportions on him.
Oh yeah.
The rank look like that. The rank aren't like these big bros, man. No. And I really like that. And his weapons are cast in black. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, let's get this, because, bro, you could get some like metallic paint on those blades, buddy, and then that thing starts to look sick. Metallic loves to lay over black. I mean, like, let's go. Saves me the effort of priming them. I mean, I've already got dreams. You know what I mean about what's going on.
Well, the other thing we haven't mentioned is that the accessories are highly detailed for the audio listeners. They've got all kinds of detail in them. So that's really neat.
Like on the card, the axes look brutal. Like they're like very rough hewn and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, like there you can see the detail The blades are like nicked and stuff. It just looks cool as hell.
It does. It does. I'm a big fan of this figure.
All right, so your boy came packing along. And if you're curious on villains, the big script at the top is the same. This ain't no cartoon, like all that stuff. Like they don't really do anything different. They even give you like turtles tips at the bottom and stuff, like the way of the turtle, even though these are villains. So it's very much like they're all hero toys to them. The frankly badass mystical mutant sword. The power of tungsten fused with the magic of the Far East, bro.
Oh, all right.
And that thing looks
delicious.
like a gladius that would rip your ass ear to ear. That weapon looks so badass.
It does.
Now we have what looks like a freaking sacrificial knife, which is badass, called the Behemoth Blade. Bro, that's an iconic weapon. That's a named weapon. Like when you pick that up in the game, you're like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a special weapon.
Keep this guy. This guy whispers to you at night and shit, makes you a demon.
Does.
Big enough to battle, small enough to carry.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. And then, of course, steals the show, the Dragon Axes. You get two of these bad boys. They have sculpted like lanyards on the bottom, and you just know it's for sliding your goddamn arms into so that you won't lose your battle axes in battle. Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
That's so brutal. Dragon Axe is something to grind along with the turtle trophy head.
Woo!
I feel like it just dropped just a little on the description, boys. You could have made that just like a little bit more like Dio lyrics would have worked right there.
Oh yeah, perfectly. But
you know what I mean?
Beggars can be choosers.
Well, Splinter's got something to say. If you thought you were going to get out of there without paying any money, or if he's like you owed him money or something, like that's not how that ever works. Money goes one way, much like the toilets in New York. You know what I'm saying? Splinter says, evil is easy to know. It stinks.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe the most unwise thing Splinter said so far. Some of these have cracked their head open, but not this one. Known for his sleight of hand skills, Mikey needs to keep his hands and fingers nimble. To do this, he takes 2 small balls and rotates them in each hand for 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes. Okay.
Well, all I got to say is Mikey seems like he would be the one that was known for his sleight of hand.
He definitely does. He definitely does.
A little pinch and a tug here and there.
Yeah.
No one's the wiser. Sounds like that's what Mikey would say.
Exactly. If Mikey says.
But I have those balls.
You do. Do you use them 10 minutes a day?
Moki balls? I use them usually at least 10 minutes if I'm watching something.
Oh, okay.
On TV, which isn't every day.
Did you say watching or washing?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Oh man. All right.
Why yes indeed.
Yeah. Well, speaking of yes, do you want to do Shredder or do you want to do Dragon Lord?
It's your pick.
All right. I'm going to go. Let's see. So if I pick, you describe. So I'm going to pick Dragon Lord. Okay. I want you to describe him. So y'all ready for this? Let
me get them Jake the clarifier links. Jake, this has actually been incredibly helpful for me. I really appreciate it, Jake. This is wild. At first, I was like, I know we have a lot of the images. Maybe if we need to use these, and I'm like, I'm using these every single one of these. Okay.
So there's Dragon Lord, everybody.
Where do I begin? Okay. Dragon Lord looks approximately 0% like himself.
Right.
He looks more akin to something in Power Rangers.
He does. Especially dressed like this, yeah.
Yes, he looks like he's not the random bad that like you never get his name. You're like, what's that guy's name? Like the Tingler, and then he dies. It's not really that.
Yeah, villain of the week. Yeah,
he's on the bridge. Like he's next to Rita Repulsa. He's next to Lady on the Submarine. Lord Zed. Divatox. The really hot one. That was really cute. What's her name? Astronema. He's on the deck next to Astronema, and you don't play games. You know what I mean? That's what he looks like. But unfortunately, this is supposed to be the Dragon Lord that we've been watching for a year now in real time on the show.
Yeah.
So when you see this guy, you're like, what were you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
He's all white. He has a very similar head crest to the Dragon Lord in gold.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's about where the similarities stop.
He's got some green skin.
He's got some green skin underneath some of his armor. And my only thought is, like, could this have been designed off of like an early design piece for this guy?
That's what I'm thinking.
Just never happened.
Right.
Because you can see the Dragon Lord elements, but I'll be honest, you know, if you know what, I'm gonna say a good thing. The red cape, love the sculpting.
Oh yeah,
love the sculpting. That red cape runs. It's one of those capes that's like around like one side, but also all the way around the back, which I really like that look. It's very like Roman gladiator kind of look.
Neat. It's different.
Good sculpt, and on TMNT toys you can see the reverse and the rear, and good sculpting there. It just looks like it'd be fun to handle and play with, but it is not Dragon Lord by any stretch of the imagination. And it's wild that they made the rank guy look like screen accurate, better than screen accurate. He looks better than the screen. And Dragon Lord, like, I don't hate this look. If that's what Dragon Lord looked like in the show, I'd be like, dude,
this is awesome.
With the red cape, the gold like pauldrons and the gold headpiece, like, I'd be like, dude, this guy means fucking business. But like, this ain't Dragon Lord, bro. And he don't got any of that gross hair.
I was about to say, it solves your hair problem.
It solves the hair issue 100%. You should have never had that dumb hair with that little ponytail. Never should have had that.
And I do like the Dragon Lord's look in the show. I think it's fine. It's fine.
Sure.
But seeing
it's cool.
It totally was. But like, I still appreciate it. But this is really cool. Like, I dig this design a lot, and I definitely agree with you. I think that it was like an early design that they were going to do, because if you think about it, one way that they could have saved some money is if they would have made it to where they didn't have to have his face to where you could see his mouth moving.
Yes.
You might could just have someone mouthing something, but like, you didn't have to put all that work in there. You just have this mask on there, and that could have saved some trouble. But yeah, again, I think it looks neat.
Do you want to see someone this badass, like, being dumb like Dragon Lord in the show?
No, that's the other thing. No, but
maybe we were spared that.
But that's like, also what you run into with Power Rangers, or at least with the American versions of Power Rangers. Yeah. Sentai has a little bit, like, they're a little bit more, I don't want to say realistic, but they have a little bit more edge to them.
A little darker and like a little more edge. I can see that. But I love this look. Like,
I do too. Now,
like, if the Dragon Lord at one point would have powered up in the show and looked like this, that'd have been badass.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
But for right now, if you were watching the show and you're seeing these toys at the toy store and you're like, all right, I see the turtles. Oh, Dragon Lord. Who's this? Dragon Lord. You'd be blown out. You'd be like, what?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like, what? Who's this guy?
Exactly.
That's Dragon Lord.
The only thing I like the look of the cape. It's just, as a toy, I don't know that it would work really well, because that's a stiff plastic. And
got it.
But the good thing is that he would probably not have any trouble standing, so that's cool. But,
that's true. I mean, that cape's gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that white, gold, red,
I agree.
green,
it obscures a lot of the back of the figure and stuff, and I get that, but yeah,
it still looks cool.
I like the way it looks. I always got to try to give the, like, playmates, especially when they're mass producing toys. Anytime I see a sculpt that I think's pretty cool, like, I gotta give them a little credit, because I do like it.
Absolutely,
it's a cool idea.
So yeah, all right. Well, let's see. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Here we go. So, Dragon Lord, he's got the Dragon Sword. Can skewer up to 5 Ninja Turtles at one time. There you go. Like 5 guys.
Never did that, but yeah.
Dragon Axe. Be careful. Evil wields an axe.
Fair. I do like the dragon head on the axe. Like, I do like the dragon wings and head. I do like that. That's cool.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. Oh yeah. And then Crazed Crossbow. It aims to please Dragon Lord. Okay. And then you got the little lightning lance, as powerful as a thunderbolt and just as deadly. So there's that. And then we got Way of the Turtle down here. Let's see what Splinter has to say. Let's zoom out a little bit. Here we go. Evil, regardless if you're free or not, is a choice. Choose wisely.
Okay.
Raphael likes to sit in a tranquil place to focus his thoughts. In order for him to execute his mastery of disguise, he must first be able to envision himself as the person or thing he is emulating. If you can see yourself as a master, you can be one. Yeah. Now, I will say that around this time, Raphael is usually the one that's closely associated with wearing the fedora and the trench coat and stuff. So
I am not arguing any disguise canon for Raph.
Okay.
Raph had the black Raph suit in Adventures.
True.
Raph gets dressed up a lot. I'm
does.
all about
Theatrics.
Raph doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Raph sitting tranquil thinking about shit.
I don't either. That's some
just
point,
not a thing.
Yeah, you're right. Because I want.
That's what makes that moment. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to make the argument. I want to make the argument that they're ninjas, so they should have some like sense of that. But then as soon as I start to realize that no, they're different elements of the ninja. So like Raphael definitely does not have that, but he has all these other elements that the other turtles might not have. But he's
got like
stuff.
raw passion. And he has like determination, like strong determination.
Right.
More so than any turtle, I think. Like as far
fair.
as like if he's gonna get it done, it's gonna get done. Like you feel like Raph would like beat himself to a bloody pulp and still be dragging himself trying to get the job done. And no other turtle would do that.
The only one I could see doing it is Donatello for Dr. Queeze. That's the only thing. Donatello would walk 500 miles.
No, he would. And Leo for the new Death Cab album.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%.
For that when that new Michem dropped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's like, "What's the worst thing I could say?" Yeah. He's like crawling all bloody and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Raph don't tranquil nothing.
No.
That's what makes that scene. That's what makes that scene in TMNT, movie 1, where like Splinter calls him in to sit like by the candlelight and talk about his rashness and stuff like that. And the fact that Raph actually sits down and talks to him, it makes that scene so cool.
It has more weight. Yeah, absolutely.
It's got a lot more weight because it's like, oh my God, like Raph's in the dark with this candle. He's sitting in one place, like listening to Splinter. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So yeah, but either way, they seem to think that Raph can meditate like anybody else. And I just don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I really wish that Splinter would have had something to say about the villains here. Like I really wish that it would have been more
I know.
But whatever. So speaking of villains, I guess all we got left is Shredder. So
Shredder time.
Here we go.
What's he look like, Eric? Give me them vital shred-tistics on the look.
So your boy, he looks pretty awesome. He's a little disproportionate, but
yeah,
I mean, let's zoom in.
In a very like Batman the Animated Series way, isn't he?
He does have wide a little bit
shoulders
of that.
to the narrow waist. That's very Batman.
Yeah, like if you were on a date with this dude and he took you to his house and then he took off his shirt, it'd be very weird. Like you'd be like, what? I don't understand. Like is that how people are supposed to look? Like I don't know. Like this seems.
It'd be like the opposite of Adam Driver takes his shirt off in Star Wars.
Yes,
like the
absolutely.
polar opposite of that.
Yeah, polar opposite. Yeah. But still, as an action figure though, as opposed to a love interest, he looks like pretty neat. But definitely has that late 90s, almost super deformed kind of look to him. But like it's just disproportionate. But the design and everything looks pretty cool. As impractical as it is, especially his legs with those blades. Like that boy ain't walking. You're not walking in those.
That boy your boy's gonna be chafe walking that whole time.
Yeah,
that boy's gonna be walking like
dancing
bow legged.
But
I don't know.
But they look cool. Like it definitely looks cool. And but they are the part that I think if they would have made them smaller, those blades smaller on his legs, it would have went with his overall look, which is a lot less gaudy than like other Shredders that
I like it.
And I
like it. You got metallic paint app, which I'm a fan of.
Oh sure.
You've got the black and dark crimson red. of like his waistband and stuff. Those work really well together.
Oh yeah.
Tasteful metallics.
You got the foot
Until
on
you
the
get
chest.
to love the foot on the chest.
Love that.
Love the grill on his mask. He almost looks like a Cylon.
He kind of
does. I'm about that though. I'm about a different look on that mask.
Too.
We've seen the old 87 animated series mask. We've seen that. Give me something different.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I agree.
Fan of that, but you get down to those legs.
Mm-hmm.
And the legs, like, and the blades don't even look sharp. They look like axe blades. Like,
they just look very
I don't know.
dull.
For some reason, they look like dull. Like it doesn't help them that they're sculpted bigger. Because
not at all.
You can't make them fine enough to look like they're blades. They look like metal, like clamp, like metal clips that are coming out. Like
they do.
He's supposed to like lock into something. Is what it looks like.
It does. It does. And the problem is that if he tries to bend down to get anything, he's done. He's done for. He can't.
100%. I mean, imagine. I mean, goddamn. I mean, if he rides the subway, it'd be obvious.
Oh
yeah. Tear up all the goddamn seats every time he sat down.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he can't take
your boy can't get on a knee.
He can't even take a bike.
Your boy can't take a knee. Bro,
he can't even ride a bike.
He cannot ride a bike. No, absolutely not.
Like,
I mean,
so what
if you want to have a bike left.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So what is he? How does he travel? Like he can't. Does he take? Do they fold up?
Lay down in the back of like a flatbed and they drive him around.
Oh, and they drive him around. Okay, I get that. I can see him just like
on a stretcher, and then they put the stretcher upright so he can stand without like cutting anything.
Right. Yeah, no, that makes a little bit more sense.
What sticks out to me about this figure, which is really funny, is the hands.
Okay.
And they're really big, and what they have going on is classic hero scale sized miniature shit.
Okay.
Where like for the longest time to have hands look like hands, say on a skeleton miniature, the hands had to be huge.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't look like hands.
They wouldn't look like hands.
They had this mentality that they wouldn't look like hands. That looks like an old Warhammer skeleton.
Yeah.
The hand scale on that. And that really reminded me of that. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Like,
and what's funny is that like that way of thinking probably went into this figure, that it like transcended the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be something that was impactful on this, because now granted, this looks a lot better than the Elite guard.
Oh my God.
Definitely. But
absolutely.
But he still looks like he's got Casey Jones fingers. So I mean, take that for what you will. But the other thing,
we're lucky there wasn't an April in this general assortment, or those fingers would have gone all the way down to her belly button. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Make sure there's no lint in there. And then, but this one, Shredder, the back of his, you can see it a little bit on the back of his legs. He's got like this purple thing that's back there for some reason, and it's neat, but it seems unnecessary.
Feels like, especially like, why add one more color of paint there of all places?
Yeah,
why wouldn't you wash him instead or something?
Exactly,
to make the metal look cooler. I don't know.
Either.
It's a little weird to add that purple. It doesn't really fit. I guess it's just a nod to like the Foot Clan.
Sure.
But like he doesn't need to wear purple, dude. He's the leader. He can wear red and black. Like, like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's a neat, I would have rather a lot of things be different than add that purple. But yeah, the legs draw me out. The legs take it from like, oh shit, down to like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
territory. I gotta be 100, man. If I had like a multiple copies of this guy, one version, I'd just rip those things off.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like,
how's he look without on the side of his legs?
Yeah, the blades on the legs.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, file them down. At least the sides.
I'd file them down, or
because the one in the middle.
Yeah, the sides look rough. The middle ones look neat. Yeah, the sides I might take like a hobby knife too.
Right.
And literally cut them where like the full of the blade, like at where it joins. That's how big the blade is.
Yeah.
Like I would make that into like a little like upwards triangle. Be like,
right.
That's a blade. Cut off most of that.
Even if you just kept the outside and the front ones, but not the inside ones, just cut the inside ones out, it would look way better.
Yeah, no, I think it would look better. I do wonder if just the outside blades and the front would look right. I don't know. Whatever. Where are we talking? They're bad. This is but it sucks because it's actually a really cool figure. Besides that,
right.
All right, here we go.
And then these green weapons.
He gets green weapons. I would love to see them in red, dark crimson red. That would have been really cool. Or black. He has a shredding sword, mincemeat out of mutants. Canonically, in this series, the only thing it did was give him another thing to look at his reflection in and get soul killed. But normally, that's what we would do.
Yeah.
There's the slash and lizard lance, the weapon that likes to slay all reptiles.
Okay.
The battling bad boy axe is in case the lance breaks. Practical.
Sure. Back up.
And the other weapon, which is interesting, the Kickin Kusari Gamma blade, a chain and sickle. What more could a madman want? And I agree with that statement. That weapon rip you up.
Oh yeah.
The blade's really unbalanced. I don't know if like regular like Kusari Gamma like have like the blades that pronounced.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like it does make it gives you Plague Doctor vibes.
Oh, absolutely. Totally.
Which I'm kind of about.
Oh, totally.
Oh, I thought this would happen. Oh shit. Don't give me some more.
Uh-oh.
Got it. Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. I was a little worried because like some of these longer descriptions, I was having a hard time seeing the bottom of it on Jake's image because it was like something with my windowing. But I got this one, so
okay, good.
Splinter says, "The force of evil is only as strong as your willingness to surrender."
Dang. Okay.
That makes sense.
It does. I like that.
Mike knows that for sure. Mike has been taught well by his master, Splinter, to stick to his convictions, not one to cheat his own belief in what is just and good. Mike would never yield to the evils of Shredder and the Dragon Lord.
Okay.
That sounds like you're really trying to tell yourself that.
Yeah, like you're trying to convince yourself of it. Like you're
know what I mean?
a parent trying to say, "No, of course my kid wouldn't do
My
this."
son would never
do
that.
Yeah, no. He would never order a full
never unlock the bathroom door on me while I'm in the bathroom with a fork from the kitchen. He would never do that.
No, my son would never order a full tray of large French fries and start a bar fight at McDonald's. No, never.
Never.
And put it on a credit card?
He has
of course not.
Put it on my credit card. Yes,
no, that's for emergencies only.
Yeah, emergencies only. He would
not.
never
No,
do
officer.
that. He would
I'm sorry,
never.
officer.
Yeah, you obviously are mistaken, and I don't care what the camera footage says. That my son would never start the McDonald's bar fight by hitting someone with a tray of large fries that he put on my credit card.
Right. Yeah.
There's no way.
No.
Splinter would never pimp his sons out
Never.
and daughter out, adopted daughter in the sewer,
Not
and
once.
come at you like fool me once.
Yeah.
I'll put you back to one. Like, you never see that kind of shit.
Never see that kind of shit.
Never in his life. It's something that we do with like the cat. Whenever our cat's being really sweet.
Yeah.
Alicia and I had this thing where like she would never, and we start naming all the awful shit she's done.
Oh, that's
I'm
amazing.
like, look at this cat. She's all purry and rubbing on you. I'm
Right.
like, this cat would never even dream of having to scratch and take loud pees in the litter box right when you're eating dinner. She would never do that.
No, never.
She would never in her life. And then,
of
course, it's just really funny.
Yeah.
She would never do that.
That's great. Well,
all right. So, are we going to try to do something else, or because we're running a little long in the tooth?
I think we're I think I'm about tapped out. So we've got.
I'm about tapped. I think the general assortment was a big piece of this. You know what I'm saying?
It was. Yes. Now we've got a ton more. So we're at least going to get one more, if not two more episodes.
More.
So
there are 98 assortment as well.
Right. So and then we got more toys. So we're going to have a bunch of toys. Episodes.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to do some toy episodes. Honestly, well, the 98 assortment of the Turtles looks identical.
It's not
to the 97. It's not.
It's not. No, they're different. So,
yeah. To show me then.
Yeah, they. Are you looking at the?
Looking at Turtle Flage figures.
Yeah, no,
I don't.
They're different. Yeah, the boxes are different, and I'm looking at what you're looking at too. The bandanas, the wraps are different.
Could be alt paint jobs.
They could be, and they might be.
That's all I'm going to give you on that.
But there's definitely
there's pack along. There's pack along stuff.
Right. So
just saying,
we're at least going to look at it. But
no. We're going to look at everything.
Yeah.
These boys would never skip a step in the journey.
No.
Eric, for example.
No.
Eric, yes, sweetheart, he would never not watch an episode of the 87 animated series and then only watch it on episode like 300 or something. He would never do that.
Never in my
never
wildest dreams. Never,
ever. He would never catch up way later and
No.
sleep through an episode and then say he never watched it. There's no way he would do that.
No, never.
Zero way.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this episode's coverage of the Next Mutation Action Figures basic assortment.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got.
First part.
Yeah. And of many. And so I want to know, let us know, did you have any of these? Are you still collecting them? Like what's your take on all of these? Were we loud and wrong about anything? Like, do you have any of these weapons? We desperately want to know that. Ooh. And do you have shin guards with blades on three sides of your leg? Like, and how is life treating you with that? Because that's sounds like a nightmare. Definitely let us know. turtlesoup@gmail.com. The G stands for gangster, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
It does.
And yeah. So, and then also you can find some of our episodes on the home of the internet, turtlesoupshow.com, which now will take you to a Podbean website, which will let you play some of them for right now, and then eventually all of them again once I get it all back up. But
working on it, it's a big migration, but it's all there for It's all there for sustainability. When they're up,
Rome wasn't built in a day. So
absolutely not.
Right. So yeah, and then follow us on all the socials while they're still here and not banned, and appreciate that. And then if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can, because we have a Facebook group, Turtle Soup. Our buddy Sam just posted in there about some of his art.
Yeah,
really
Sam.
Cool,
yeah, Sam is back.
Yeah, and so go check that out, and he's got some really cool art in there, and super sweet dude.
Yeah, great artist, absolutely
awesome artist. Like I was looking at his stuff. He messaged me today, and I was like looking at it, and I've seen his art before too, but it's like he does the art like how I want it. Like it's just right there. It's just in the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
in the pocket.
It just does it. It just this is what I like. And so go check that out.
When Ken Mitroni takes over Adventures, and you're like,
yes, this is it. Turtles, my turtles.
Sam Lofty draws turtles like I like it.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So go join the Facebook group if you're so inclined, and then also if you want to be a patron, make sure that we don't continue to say clang. You can go over to patreon.com, find Turtle Soup's done been making a podcast, and your boy Easy's done been making the magnets. So now I just got been shipping these things out. So hopefully that's going to happen in the near future. But again, thank you so much to Patron Ranger, all of y'all wonderful people.
Oh yeah,
you guys sincerely appreciate it. And the boners are hopefully going to be in your ears pretty soon. Eventually, we're going to be working on new ways to get that out and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's it. So next time we'll be talking more toys for a while at least, but that'll be fun. So till then, else time.
It better have my money. Else time.
Woo, we're back,
baby.
I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay.
Disrespect me one more time.
One more time. Oh my goodness. Thanks everyone for being here and being in the chat. Y'all are hilarious. And
yeah, absolutely. You guys were
a lot of fun.
Were keeping me going.
Yeah.
Real field turtle skin. Oh.
Yeah.
Leo bending at the waist.
You feel so far away in your camera thing. Let me fix you. I thought I fixed you
happened?
before. No, you're good. You're good.
happened?
I think it's on my. I don't know what happened. I thought I had you. No. Stay where you're at.
Shifted?
Yeah, I think I can fix you. Hold on. I can fix him. There we go. Okay, that's better. I think I'm messed up too. Let me readjust me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can.
Who the hell's in charge of this dog and pony show?
There we go. That's much better. All right.
Got him.
Just for rats. Touch of gray. Oh.
Touch of gray. Smell my pits.
Juicing bad boys. Oh, juicing bad boys.
Juicing bad boys.
Because that bad boy looked like he was juicing. That dude. Got him.
Yeah, bad boy did look like he was juicing. Like if you could get steroids just for your hands.
Just for your hands. Yeah. Just for hands.
Just for hands.
Steroids.
There you go. Got him.
Not just decline. I'm the president.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Leo bending at the waist. I was hoping there was going to be so much more of that, but there was not.
I know, and there was some because like Venus with that blowgun.
That blowgun, like,
yeah. Oh my god,
yeah, that's true.
That was good. That was good, but it was no Leather Daddy Leo or anything. like that.
No.
I hope it's still entertaining everybody.
Right.
They didn't give us a lot on the back of these boxes. We didn't have a lot of our innuendos going on, so we had to kind of make them up wholesale. Although I think honestly, like Master Pimp Splinter was kind of worth it because that shit was hilarious.
That was.
I'm down with that.
But I love that when you and I can like tie something together that's obviously not what it was, but it makes sense to us in our canon. You know?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really feeling real feel turtle skin for some reason. Like that just
that was one of the most awkward statements to come out of that.
Especially while I'm touching
turtle
this
skin.
Venus figure and it's like, oh.
Yeah, and it says it like on the box, like in every box, on the back of every box, like real feel turtle skin. You're like, what? That's such a weird combination of words, man.
Did some kid go, but mom, this one's got the real feel turtle skin. Let me get him.
You know that there's like a non-zero chance one kid screamed that at the toy store, like pleading like his life depended on it.
Yeah, had to have been.
It's got the real feel turtle skin. John's got to get his mind out the gutter. He's like real feel turtle taint. I'm like, look,
I just did, John. It doesn't feel real, at least from all the turtles that I've touched. So they put it on their Christmas list, so their mom has to ask for it.
Do you excuse me? Yeah, ma'am. How can I help you? I'm sorry, but my son, he put on this. His handwriting's terrible. He's only 6. She says, a turtle with real feel turtle skins. Do you have that in stock? I don't know if it's not a real turtle, but do you have?
The only thing I found with real feel on it was these Trojans in this box. But I mean, I don't know if it doesn't have an
you
age
and me.
group
I wish
on
I
it.
would have worn one on a night about 6 and 7 something years ago. But here I am at Toys R Us, but looking for real feel turtle skin. I should have had my man wear a turtle skin, and this has never been a problem.
So what's the difference between the flat-chested turtles and the large-breasted turtle? What's the difference? Can you explain it to me, sir, ma'am?
I can't see it in this box now. And it looks like that chest is anatomically correct. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but there ain't nothing underneath that between their legs, is there?
Right. Like underneath that shell, do they got turtle nipples? Like I need to know.
You know what I mean?
That my son will need to know. He'll ask me a question.
He wants to know about real feel turtle skin. I said, do you need to wait a little bit?
So sorry you never made the condom connection, Jake.
Is my son trying to buy a blow up doll? What?
Yeah. Do you have any of these turtles that
you
blow
have
up?
the real feel turtle skin or don't you? That's what she's getting like irritated now because this kid Daryl's been helping her. Daryl just not said a word yet. He's just like
nothing.
Mouth agape like fuck. Y'all got that real feel turtle skin? My son wants the large breasted turtle with the real feel skin.
Yeah.
You got that one?
I called ahead and someone said that y'all had it. You're holding them for me.
I'll be using these figures to teach sex ed later. Yeah, call the cops. I'll wait.
Oh my Lord.
Are these correctly anatomical below the waist? Or are those specials?
Right. I need to know about their downstairs mix-up.
It's not illegal. I checked. Daryl, I checked. He said it right here. Unless you can read it and see something different what I said.
Right.
Does that look like girl turtle? It might say tits. And then it says real feel turtle skin.
Go ahead, call Fish and Wildlife. I don't care.
Call Fish and Wildlife. I know them.
They know me.
You gonna call Mike or Randy?
You think this is
with
my
my
first
brother.
time? This ain't my
This is my first time.
this ain't my first rodeo. Oh,
You ever step into an alligator pit?
right. I want to talk to Jeffrey. Let me talk to Jeffrey. Jeffrey knows what I'm talking about. Give me that giraffe.
You get that tall giraffe bitch out here right now. I'll wait.
You got him up there on the top shelf. That's where Jeffrey hides him. He hides all the good shit up there.
The one that tromps around all the mad says he's my kid's best friend.
Right.
Why don't you bring him out here?
Bitch.
You don't want to grow up. Well, you about to grow up. Where's my goddamn real feel turtle skin?
I want my kid to grow up knowing what a real feel turtle skin feels like.
You all gonna make me go to the goddamn pet store now.
Right. That's too real. That's a little too rough.
Well, if the turtles are semi-aquatic, ma'am, you have a colloquial situation. If they're terrestrial turtles, things are oddly mammalian down there.
Oddly mammalian. I love that.
That's the dude doing
actually
on your ass, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. We need to keep this character on. What's her name? What's the name of the
Now,
mom
I ain't trying to be a bitch, but my son.
Yeah. My son, listen, y'all. Listen, I ain't trying to be a bitch. But you said your goddamn toy store and he has a boy with toys. So where's the real feel turtle skin now?
Right.
Guy Ryan is the one explaining turtle junk. Oh, that is Guy Ryan. Well, ma'am.
Man, that's too good. That's too good.
That's
Oddly
pretty good.
mammalian down there.
So I think it's got to be real feel turtle skin, and I think it's got to be in the voice of that woman.
Okay. I think that's gonna be all you then, because you got that voice. You got that ain't trying to be a bitch voice. Ain't trying to be a bitch.com.
Should I do anything before it, or just try to stick to real feel turtle skin in that voice? Like, should there be a little lead up? Like, I told you I want the one with the real feel turtle skin.
Yeah.
Or should it just be real feel turtle skin?
Oh, I don't know. I like a little bit. I want to say that I like the preamble, but like, I don't know. Brevity is wit. American Caillou.
No, that's fucking funny. Guy Ryan is a grown-up American Caillou. That's, I can see that in my head. Oh, Walmart Mauve.
Or Maud.
Listen.
What about Maud? From like Flanders' wife? Maud?
Maud's not bad. But that makes her sound kind of old. Well, I guess it was back in the day. It was like she was like an old cigarette smoking mom in like 97.
She was probably 40 in 97. So
fair.
She's like 70 now.
So she can't. But we're back in the day because we're trying to get the real feel turtle skin right now.
Oh sure, right.
She had a 6-year-old and a 97. Yeah, no, she could be there.
Yeah,
that could be your youngest. She's got an old one. She had her first baby at 14. You know what I mean? So she's been sitting around.
She's been sitting around.
You do need to create the Mirror Universe Eric, John. That should be your assignment between now and the next podcast. Is like, how can you really run up on what would Mirror Universe Eric be?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a Nexus.
Probably just be me.
No, that's true. Could be, but with real feel turtle skin.
Because they're gonna have the same genes. So
we do.
Are you ready?
I do. I mean, I am. Wait. All right. What is this? 320. Okay.
I could probably wear your jeans now.
Probably.
Remember back in the day when I used to be
skinny
fat?
Bitch. Yeah. I'll never forget. I'm going to
remember
until the day
let me wear these goddamn Jinkos that aren't Jinkos because I'm fat.
Mm-hmm.
That's mean. I shouldn't say that.
I know.
Fat's not a problem. I was ridiculously overweight for my size.
Yeah. I don't know.
Trying not to fat shame people.
Yeah, no.
For me, it was ridiculous. For me, I had no reason being that fat. Like if you just look at my body, I had no reason being that fat. That was literally me being a dumbass, is what had me there, which is why I make fun of myself for that. Because that's dumb.
Yeah.
For me. But if you're fat and happy, be fat and happy.
Be fat and happy. Sure. Yeah.
All right. He wears hats. So okay.
Him's getting some work done.
Also clean shaven, wears hats, hates music, has zero chill, and yells all the time. That would be his screen name is Hard instead of Easy.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
All right. Love having you. Bye, buddy.
Yeah.
See you later.
Good luck. Have fun.
Always good to have you. I was chatting with M about. I saw a picture of someone who had cut a cowboy hat into a baseball cap.
Yeah.
It looks so goddamn stupid. It's so funny. That's all it said was like, "There, I'm done." Yeah. And I was messaging him about that. I said, like, bro, someone did it, and he's like, "I'd rock that." And then he goes, put a wallet in the hat band, and I'm set. And I'm like, oh my god, that was like killing me, dude.
That's so good.
Let me see if I can find the picture really fast. That way, I
wonder,
just show you.
Has anyone made a baseball hat wallet like where you can put your cards in your wallet or in your hat? Like it's got like the hat on the sides, got the sleeves. Like it'll probably look stupid, but
I don't know.
Here,
let me see if I can get the picture up for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is it showing up?
It's not. Kind of, almost.
Damn it.
A little bit. Okay, I can kind of see. Is it white? Oh, and then your green screen's kind of your chroma key's
killing
me to go out.
Killing me on that.
I think the audio listeners could hear it.
Right.
So,
anyway, all right, let's get this thing done.
All right, let's get it named. All right, so here we go. Turtle Soup, episode 320.
The real feel turtle skin.
That was.
I put that little like
yeah.
incredulous.
Oh, I could hear it. Yeah, no, I totally heard that.
So I try to add something without like words,
right?
Without making it a sentence,
right?
You know what I mean? I'll probably take one more take.
You going to take one more?
Maybe just one more for security. I think
Jake says it's okay. The
clarifier, Jake the clarifier.
Yes, Jake the clarifier. He said it was okay. He said it was good. Good is better than okay.
Good is way better than okay. Let's do one more for security's sake.
Okay.
Just so you have a couple options.
Okay, cool. Turtle Soup, episode 320.
The real feel turtle skin.
Okay, that was okay. I think I really like that one.
It was that sass at the beginning. It's true, Jake.
Yeah, that's sass.
I had that sass kicking. Like you're fucking kidding me.
Did your mom ever a stickler for like not necessarily courtesy, I guess. Oh, I guess it is courtesy, but more like we go into. I'm scarred for life because of this, because she worked at a bank her whole life, so she had to. Well, she's still living, so I mean, she's not working there now. Sure. So her working life, I guess.
Her whole working life. She worked at a bank.
She and so her boss was always like, you gotta be presentable to people. Like you gotta address people and make eye contact and say how you doing.
Yeah.
So we would go into like the mall and like we'd be in JCPenney, and if someone didn't say anything to her, she'd be like, I'm fine, how are you? Like just
she would not, Eric, not at JCPenney.
Oh my goodness.
She was straight up like, hi, how are you doing? Like she would straight up run that at somebody.
Not hi, how are you doing? She would already she would answer a question that had not been asked and then ask a question. That is like some next level.
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yes. Just like that. And it scarred me
Debbie,
for life.
No way.
Yes.
And she would just do that to you like
we'd be right there.
Dead ass out of nowhere.
She'd be she'd be coming up to the register. And if you didn't say anything and you just start checking her out, like ringing up her stuff, she'd be like, I'm fine, thanks for asking, or I'm fine, how are you? Like, yeah.
You know what's so funny about that is that's the polar opposite of presenting yourself nicely to people. Okay. Like if you think about it, like being so outraged at them not doing it and your mom showing her ass is the opposite of what she wants. She's doing the opposite of what she wants.
Okay. I think I don't know. I think
It's
my
like
mom.
it's like a paradox.
It is because my mom.
It's like an
felt
inherent contradiction.
That she felt like it was something that everyone was supposed to do because that's what she was taught that she had to do.
Sure.
And it's one of those things where I've had to I've had to explain to my mom multiple times that people don't act the way that you and I do. Like you and I do things the right way and other people just do things wrong.